An Vogelpeople in chat. Oh, sie verarscht uns, sie verarscht uns, sie verarscht uns, sie verarscht uns. They're not even rolling it! Hold on, hold on.
Why aren't you rolling it? What is going on?
Oğlum ben bu kadının amına koyacağım. Ben bu kadının amına koyacağım. Fetziger fetzek. Fetziger fetzek. Götümü sokayım amına koyayım.
Samina mina waka waka samina mina sankaleva. This time for Wakayashi.
Während Balino Street Fight hier ein schönes Liedchen vorbereitet hat. Ja, also es wird halt zusammengefasst, was uns im Black Desert Online erwarten wird. Insbesondere so im ganzen Jahr 2021. Ist halt eine Informationsveranstaltung. Es wird auch wahrscheinlich wie beim letzten Ball, nämlich dem Heidelball, wieder vermutlich Rewards geben. Also kostenlose Goodies, die wir in-game nutzen können. Das Ganze wird von Pearl Abyss halt geleitet, also dementsprechend ist die Originalsprache koreanisch. Wir gucken hier gerade dem Stream, dem offiziellen Video-Stream zu. Der ist auf Englisch, das heißt also, die übersetzen schon das Koreanische ins Englische. Und ich als Videopartner aus Deutschland übersetze das Englische wiederum ins Deutsche. Wir sind gerade live auf on-stream. Wie ihr vielleicht unten rechts sehen könnt, ist der Chat aktiv. Vielleicht wollt ihr jemanden grüßen, Leute. Macht mal ein bisschen Lärm, Leute, macht mal ein bisschen Lärm. Es ist der 12.12.2020 und es ist 9 Uhr morgens. Ich habe gestern Abend angefangen zu streamen um 18 Uhr. Hab durchgestreamt bis jetzt. Sehe deswegen vielleicht auch ein bisschen fertig aus. Aber ich denke, ihr verzeiht mir das Ganze. Wenn ich mal ein bisschen Scheiß laber. Ich habe hier ein kleines Dokument schon mal vorbereitet. Das werdet ihr auch am Ende in der Beschreibung des Videos sehen. Die im Stream-Chat sind, müssen einfach nur Ausrufezeichen Summary eingeben oder Ausrufezeichen Calpheon Ball und dann bekommt ihr das Sheet zu sehen. Hier werde ich das Ganze mal ein bisschen zusammenfassen, die Rewards auflisten. Das, was ich verpasse, wird mir hier mein Mod Heiko ergänzen. Heiko, möchtest du Hallo sagen?
Guten Tag.
Warte, wir hätten vorher einen Soundcheck machen müssen. Heiko, man hat dich kaum gehört. Willst du noch mal was sagen?
Nochmal Hallo, ich hoffe, man hört mich diesmal.
Jawohl. Hört man.
Ich mag Popeln.
Asia Boy, danke für Follow. Herzlich willkommen, moin. Welcome. So, Pearl Abyss. Los geht's. Ja, für die Leute, die es vielleicht noch nicht wissen, am 24. Februar wird Kakao Games als Publisher für NA und EU abgelöst und Pearl Abyss wird übernehmen. Also Pearl Abyss wird zukünftig für PC, EU, NA nicht nur Developer sein, sondern vor allem auch Publisher. Ich denke mal, darum wird es auch in diesem Calpheon Ball gehen. Ich wollte das aber nur schon mal vorweggreifen. In diesem Calpheon Ball beschränkt sich das Ganze aber nicht nur auf die PC-Version, sondern so wie es im Titel steht, Black Desert PC, Mobile und Konsole. Calpheon Ball. Eine kleine sprachliche Trickserei hier, ne, mit Calpheon. Ja. Ne, wir sind jetzt online. Calpheon. Calpheon. Wie die Stadt in Video
ส
Calphe.
วัสดีครับอายองอาเซโยสวัสดีเพื่อนนักผจญภัยทุกท่านครับ และทีมงานที่น่ารักทุกคน อยากให้ทุกคนทีมงานทุกท่านสู้ต่อไปนะครับ เข้มแข็งไว้เราจะผ่านช่วงนี้ไปด้วยกัน
Domo
และ
arigato-masu.
เราจะเล่นเกมที่น่ารักนี้ไปนานๆและอยู่ร่วมกันไปนานๆครับ ขอบคุณครับ
Übersetzt los. Ja, Leute, chillt mal. Thank you, Pearl Abyss, for creating Black Desert. I want to thank you for all BDM stuff.
Hello, Black Desert family. Hi, my name is Xuxa from Brazil, and I am very happy because this year I won the title God of Knowledge, and I could share my experience with my friends and the other players in the game. And for the next year, I hope to have a great adventures, exploring new maps, defeating new bosses, and making new questions.
感谢黑色沙漠团队，让我们大家都聚在一起，因为在这边真的认识了很多很棒的朋友。然后最后希望全世界呢可以一起度过疫情的关。
Oğlum kızım nimm mal deine Zähne auseinander, oğlum, man versteht dich kaum. Ja, übersetzen wenn, also ich kann nichts übersetzen, Leute, sorry, aber da kann man jetzt die wichtigen Stellen werde ich rausholen, okay, für euch?
Спасибо за эмоции и воспоминания, которые она дарит, за новых друзей и за возможность прикоснуться к чудесному произведению, созданному увлеченными своим делом людьми. До встречи в новом году.
Digga, oğlum, er spricht zur Kamera, Digga, wow. Nimm mal deine Rolle nicht so ernst, Moro.
Really busy hospital, and every day I come back from work, this game seems to have helped me ease my nerves. I can't go out to see my friends every day, so that's why this game has been my outlet and one of my social interactions with people and a way to play with my friends.
Die Maske ist echt
So,
übertrieben, Mann.
Thank you. I'm a life skiller myself. So doing
Liveskiller,
life skill
buh! Any Boos in Chat? Any Boos in Chat?
anxieties and stress.
Eins in den Chat, wenn ihr auch Liveskiller Buh seid. Buh.
Every class, all the way up to Assassin. Next year, I'm hoping to see even maybe one more.
Hi, Black Desert team. For many people, this game is just an MMO, but for me, it's a wonderful co-op RPG I can play with my family.
Merhaba, öncelikle tüm değerli Black Desert oyuncularına ve Calpheon şölenini
Hoş
düzenleyen
geldiniz.
Pearl Abyss ailesine selamlarımı iletiyorum.
Selamlar.
Bizi bu
Aleykümselam.
koronavirüs döneminde yalnız bırakmayarak gerek etkinliklerle gerekse de oyun içi mesaj yoluyla etkileşime geçtiğiniz için teşekkür ederim.
Tamam. Any Türken im Chat? Any Türken im Chat? Macht mal ein bisschen Lärm, Leute.
안녕하세요. 검은서막 모바일 스트리머 신영입니다.
Asera, danke für den Follow. Herzlich willkommen, moin.
새로운 역사를 쓰고 있는 검은서막이 칼페온 연회를 개최한다고 하는데요. 이 자리를 통해 각국의 검은서막 유저분들께 인사를 드릴 수 있어서 영광입니다. 저와 함께 검은서막 게임을 즐기는 유저분들 그리고 매주 패치로 고생하시는 운영진 분들 너무 감사드립니다.
The burger was really good. In Germany we would say, Wallah, der Burger hat nicht geschmeckt.
아버지, 피로 물들지 않은 왕자는 없다던 당신의 말이 들려오는 꿈을 꾸었습니다. 이제 일그러진 여신의 힘으로 나의 것을 되찾으려 하오니 내 이름은 프란체스카 세리, 영원히 타오르는 별.
Digga, eigentlich bin ich innerlich tot, Digga, seit 18 Uhr schon wach.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Calpheon Ball 2020. My name is CM Sherner. With me, as always,
is CM Trent. Hello everyone. Just to make a quick check, how's the sound going right now? Seems all right.
Yep, just double checking because we are from console, so some of you might be new to us, but we are the console CMs. Always have audio issues, so hopefully everything sounds
sind
good
der offizielle
right
Stream.
now.
Ne? Pearl Abyss, Korea. Und die da sind aus dem offiziellen englischen Stream, dem wir gerade zuschauen. Und ich bin der deutsche Stream, der das Ganze reactet und mit billigen Sprüchen und Kommentaren
Everyone is here, and we're all here for the Black Desert News, obviously.
Yep.
So can't wait to get into that. But we did just see a video of the band that was playing.
Yeah.
One of those members is our audio director, and he is legitimately one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Yeah, pretty much. That was awesome. I liked the music. It was great. Seeing all the messages has been great too. All those messages came from people who play PC, people who play mobile, people who play console. Those of you who are joining us from mobile,
wir wollen uns ja nicht anstecken, ne, Leute?
For those of you who are PC and online, stick around here. And yeah, we'll be basically translating. Now, when we have our developers that go up, when we have those producers go up, we're gonna go off screen and have those subtitled.
Yeah. So we want to give the words to the people speaking them, especially because some of them are really important. GEHY's going to be back. There's going to be a few new faces that you might not have seen, but they have been working behind the scenes for a very, very long time. So they're going to be out, and when they're out, we're going to be dead silent. We're just going to let the subtitles roll, and we just want that to make sure, like, you know, that you get their voice, not ours.
Pretty much. We're going to pay respects to them. But as you can see on the graphic, we have people from all over the world, which is going to be great for us.
Yep. As you can see, they don't ping my home country, which is the United Kingdom. I'm very sad about that, but there are players from the UK.
I mean, it's fine. People think that Canada's not a real place, but it's clearly on the map there.
Isn't it just America's hat?
How dare you? How dare you?
But yeah, there are other streams available in other languages. So if you don't speak English or you want the Portuguese, Turkish, there's a few other languages as well. Make sure you go find those and tune in so that it's more comfortable for you, as the subtitles will be in those languages. And the hosts will also be speaking that language too.
Absolutely. And one other thing we do want to stress is that there is no in-game event as far,
Yeah, you do not need to be, right now, you do not need to be in Calpheon. If you are, then, you know,
Ja,
you can do what you want to
die ganzen
do.
Lost Boys, die mich gefragt haben, ob man mit diesem Einladung in...
may come into play later, but it won't be in play today. So stay tuned. There's a lot of announcements to go through.
Absolutely.
And I know what most
Wir
of you
müssen
are
nicht in
expecting.
Calpheon sein, ne, Leute,
You
das ist
might
klar.
actually get some rewards at the end of the day. I'm not promising though.
Hat Rewards erwähnt. Ich bin
I don't want to.
Fair enough.
neugierig. Ich bin aufmerksam. Also
so
scheinbar
we
wird
have
es
streams in,
Rewards
a
geben.
variety of different languages. I believe it's in Russian, Portuguese, Indonesian, and whatnot.
And if you're on stream and you're on the Zoom chat, give us a wave, everybody. I know I can see a lot of them talking between themselves, but thank you all for joining us. It is nice to have an international audience. Your role isn't completely useless.
Yeah.
You're not just for background. You will be voting later on. There's a few events which do require your participation, and everyone there will be rewarded as well. They get, I think, physical goods or something like that.
Yes.
The mood lamp, the cup, and the
There's
keychain,
gonna be
I
a
want
bunch
to
of
say.
different
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
But
it's
just
cool
to,
stuff.
Just to be joined by a whole bunch of different people from a variety of countries is just, you know, humbling.
The key thing, if you are on Zoom, please, please, please be good. Don't do anything that would, you know, get you banned.
I mean,
Blank ziehen.
yeah. Just don't.
So there's going to be a lot of announcements and a lot of other things coming today.
Den
There's some really
Jaro zeigen.
hype stuff that we can't wait to show. And as we jump into the schedule today, we do have the roadmap for the first and second quarter of 2021.
Yep.
There will be the Calpheon Ball Art Festival, then the Black Spirits Adventure Game, and then Develop a Keyword Talk Black Desert. So the keyword talk,
Das ist
quickly,
Inhaltsverzeichnis, ne?
we did get a bunch of questions. We've condensed them down into topics that the developers are going to talk about at length. And we're going to try to do live translation, but we do have aids, let's say, to help us get through it.
Pretty much. Yep.
Trying to find out where they are right now.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So
Ja.
basically, we're going to
Eine
be
der
talking
vielen
about
Fragen hier beim
during
Stream
the keyword
sind,
talk, all the things that we got from the
wann
surveys.
beginnt die neue
We
Season?
organize them and then trying to go from there.
Ich hoffe, wir
Again,
kriegen eine
if you
Antwort
guys
drauf.
remember from the Heidel Ball last time, we did a live interpretation. This way, hopefully, it's a little bit better and a little bit more. It flows through. But right now, we're welcoming to the stage the
Das Ganze geht 3
leads
Stunden,
of
von
both
9 bis
Black
12.
Desert and Black Desert Mobile. So Jae-hee-nim for all of Black Desert and Youngmin-nim for all of Black Desert Mobile. For now, we're going to go away, let them speak.
안녕하세요. 검사막 모바일 총괄 프로듀서 조용민입니다.
네, 검은 사막과 검은 사막 모바일 그리고 검은 사막 콘솔까지 모든 모험가분들과 이렇게 동시에 함께할 수 있게 돼서 굉장히 영광이고 매우 뜻깊은 자리인 것 같습니다. 2014년 검은 사막을 여러분들께 처음 선보였을 때부터 2018년 검은 사막 모바일, 2019년 검은 사막 콘솔까지 저희 펄어비스 개발자들은 검은 사막을 보다 많은 분들께 보여드리고자 매일 최선을 다해 달려왔고 드디어 오늘과 같은 자리가 만들어진 것 같습니다. PC 온라인과 모바일, 콘솔까지 하나의 IP로 전 세계에 서비스하는 게임은 아마 사례를 찾아봐도 흔치 않을 것 같습니다. 이 모든 결과가 처음부터 지금까지 함께 응원해 주시는 검은 사막 모바일, 검은 사막 콘솔의 총 5천만 모험가 여러분 덕분입니다. 감사합니다. 오늘 이 시간만큼은 짜증나거나 화나시는 일은 잠시 내려놓으시고 저희 검은 사막이 전 세계 모험가분들과 함께하는 칼페온 연애 재밌게 즐겨주셨으면 하는 마음에 선물을 준비했는데요. 발크스에 좋은 100짜리 한 개를 전 세계 모든 모험가분들께 선물로 드리겠습니다. 모바일도 주셔야죠.
100er Fates-Deck kriegen wir scheinbar. Einen 100er Rad von Balks.
검은 사막 모바일에서는 돌바복구권 10,000개를
만 개를
전 세계 모든
10.000 Restoration Scrolls für die Mobile-Spieler.
네, 또한 오늘은 이
Ich will auch.
선물을 시작으로 앞으로의 업데이트 계획과 모험가분들과 함께하는 질의응답 그리고 다양한 이벤트가 준비되어 있으니까요. 발표와 진행은 검은 사막과 검은 사막 모바일 개발자분들이 직접 다 나오셔서 발표해 주실 텐데 앞으로도 이렇게 행사 잘 기대해 주시고 많은 성원 부탁드리겠습니다.
네,
감사합니다.
근데 정말 제가 모험가원님들을
Also, jeder von uns bekommt einen 100er Fates-Deck für Konsole und PC.
Don't forget, you will be able to enter those
bekommt
codes on your
10.000
website.
Restoration
It is
Scrolls.
Calpheon Gift 1212 for PC, for most regions, but PC and AEU, the code is BDO VALC. And
Yes.
these are valid until January 20th before the maintenance.
But
Video, wie ist der Code?
Who are mobile,
Well,
you're on the wrong stream.
But
you
Video
get
Valve?
registration scrolls.
I have no idea what that is.
Kann man jemand testen, den
You don't
Code
play
schnell?
mobile, do you?
No.
I play mobile.
BDO,
For mobile, it's good.
VALP,
For,
Valve?
people who are on PC and for console, we get a stack.
Valk.
Have at it.
Yep, but wait for now. There might be more later. We don't know, but yeah, there's a lot more stuff coming in.
For those of you who are asking where the mobile stream is, go to the Black Desert Mobile Global Twitch or YouTube channel and find them there.
Yep. Okay, so next, I believe it's going to be the game designers. It's going to be Guano Kim with like a State of the Union address, and then it's going to be our boy Jesok,
Yep.
Jang Jesok. He's going to be introducing the roadmap for 2021, first and second quarter, and kind of beyond, because we never know what it's going to be.
Yep.
So when they come on, they'll be talking about, all these games and all this stuff.
Yep. And for those of you who missed the code, it'll be back up on the website. Don't worry about it. It will all be there in your respective GM notes and your respective websites.
Yeah. There is going to be a GM note after the ball, which will have all the details in it. So don't worry. There's going to be a lot of things to go. Everything will be in that GM note. You don't have to hit it right now.
Okay,
much, yeah.
wir müssen uns jetzt nicht
But yeah,
stressen,
as
Leute. Die
Sharon
werden
said,
am
we're
Ende
gonna be
nochmal eine
joined by
Zusammenfassung
one
geben von
who's
all den
basically
Dingen, die wir
the
einlösen
lead
können.
executive
Das
of
heißt
Black
also
Desert,
einfach bis zum Ende
PC and for
chillen
console.
und dann
And then
kriegen
we'll
wir
be
schon
joined
die
by Jessamine, who
Rewards
is the
oder was
lead
auch immer.
developer
Also
of
BDO.
all of BD
The
and for console.
lead game designer.
Lead game designer, sorry. Game
So-
designer.
Also
he is
kein Stress,
actually a
Leute.
really nice person.
Wir kriegen
Both
noch
of
die
them are
ganzen
really
Codes, also
nice
am
people,
Ende.
So
Hallo
hopefully this
Snowy.
is the first time I think Jessok has ever been on camera, and he is actually kind of a very shy, nervous kind of guy. Kwon Kim, though, he's been out a few times, but we'll be back in a minute.
Hallo Bazooka, moin. Ein bisschen Schleichwerbung hier, ein bisschen, was heißt Schleichwerbung? Aktive Werbung, Digga. Was ist das, was die Mobile Gamer bekommen? Keine Ahnung, was Restoration Scroll ist. Ich hab mir das hier aufgeschrieben, Leute. Ich mach das mal hier so. Na, also wie gesagt, Ausrufezeichen Summary. Ich werde das noch ein bisschen hübsch machen. Könnt ihr erstmal loslegen, so im Ausrufezeichen Summary. Könnt ihr euch das parallel immer offen halten. Ich versuche das so weit wie möglich zusammenzufassen.
Sorry, just to say that the Korean subtitle there just says that just in a moment we're going to be talking about the 2021 roadmap for the first and second quarter.
한국, 일본, 러시아, 북미 유럽, 대만, 홍콩, 마카오, 남미, 터키, 메나, 태국, 동남아를 포함한 전 세계에서 검은 사막을 즐기는 PC와 콘솔 모험가님들 안녕하세요.
Video, weil geht jetzt der Code? Was gibt der Code?
총괄 서비스를 담당하고 있는 김권호입니다. 10여 명 남짓한 작은 회사에서 시작된 검은 사막이
Den 100er Feldstack, okay.
12월 한국에서 처음으로 서비스를 시작한 데 이어 어느덧 6년이라는 시간이 흘러 전 세계 2천만 명 이상의 모험가님들께서 즐겨주신 게임으로 자리 잡게 되었습니다. 또한 2019년 3월 엑스박스 1으로 서비스를 시작한 검은 사막 콘솔 서비스 역시 2020년 현재 플레이스테이션을 포함하여 300만 명에 가까운 모험가들이 즐겨주신 콘솔을 대표하는 MMORPG로 자리 잡아가고 있습니다. 이 모든 것들은 모험가님들의 응원과 격려, 때론 따끔한 충고가 있었기에 가능했다고 생각합니다.
Cool, falls mir etwas missfallen sollte, also vergessen sollte oder so, einfach reinhauen, ne?
감사 인사드립니다. 감사합니다. 작년 칼페온 연회와 하이델 연회를 통해 김재희 총괄 PD님이 여러 컨텐츠에 대한 개발 계획을 발표해 주셨는데요. 그 시작을 알린 19번째 캐릭터 가디언은 전승과 각성을 포함해 글로벌 및 콘솔의 업데이트가 완료되었습니다. 이어 검은 사막의 5번째 신규 영지인 오딜리타와 검은별 방어구, 파푸아크리니, 검은 사막만의 시즌 서버가 업데이트되었고 이후 모험가 여러분들과 직접 소통한 첫 FGT를 비롯하여 신규 캐릭터 하사신, 의상 TF 구성까지 완료되었습니다. 아직 준비가 더 필요한 가시나무 요새와 거점전, 점령전 개편이 남아있는데요. 빠른 업데이트를 위해 최선을 다해 준비하고 있으니 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 언급해드린 부분들 외에도 캐릭터 전이 시스템, 몽상마, 가문 가방, 강력한 월드 우두머리, 라 오르제카 같은 컨텐츠들도 있었는데요. 이런 업데이트에 대해 분명 만족하신 부분들도 있겠지만 그렇지 않은 경우들도 있을 것이라고 생각합니다. 그럼에도 불구하고 저희를 위해 격려해 주시고 또 냉철한 평가와 여러 의견들을 주신 모험가분들을 생각하며 더 잘 해내기 위해 노력하겠습니다. 그리고 2020년은 저희가 모든 지역 모험가 여러분이 검은 사막 안에서 교류할 수 있도록 이런저런 시도를 많이 해보내었던 것 같습니다. 지역별로 경쟁했던 여름 시크릿 퀘스트도 있었고 또 각 지역별로 내노라는 모험가분들이 대표로 나와 서로의 실력을 시험해 볼 수 있는 월드 점령전도 있었습니다. 지난 7월 태국과 동남아의 대결로 시작된 월드 점령전은 이어 일본과 대만, 홍콩, 마카오의 2차 월드 점령전으로 이어졌고 현재 진행형으로는 다시 대만, 홍콩, 마카오와 한국이 대결을 펼치고 있습니다. 오늘 연회가 끝나면 2차전이 열릴 예정인데요. 두 지역 모험가분들 모두 최선을 다해 경기를 준비해 주시고 계신 만큼 모두 함께 응원해 주셨으면 합니다. 월드 점령전은 저희의 첫 시도이기 때문에 비교적 물리적 거리가 가까운 아시아 지역을 먼저 대상으로 진행을 했었는데요. 멀리서 응원해 주시는 북미 유럽과 러시아, 터키, 메나, 남미 모험가분들 그리고 콘솔 모험가분들도 꼭 참여하고 싶은 마음이 클 것이라고 생각합니다. 물리적 거리라는 벽에 막혀 쉽게 시도하지 못하고 있지만 늘 그래왔듯이 저희는 다양한 방법을 찾아보고 더 많은 지역 모험가분들이 참여하실 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다. 2020년에는 분야를 넘나드는 다양한 콜라보 및 제휴 이벤트가 진행이 되었는데요. 우선 전 세계 공통으로 진행된 넷플릭스 저주받은 소녀와의 콜라보와 글로벌 기업인 레이저와의 온 오프라인 제휴 이벤트가 진행이 되었습니다.
Digga, das Event mit Curse war halt Chöp, Digga. Das war richtig Müll. Das war einfach nur Lauf da, fertig.
PC와 콘솔 양쪽 플랫폼에서 모두 진행된 삼성 SSD 외장하드, 동남아 지역의 텔콤셀과 코다페이, 전 세계 1000만 명 이상이 시청해주신 일본 유명 락밴드 글레이와의 콜라보, 한국에서 진행된 김은 사막, 삼성과 LG 모니터 및 TV 등 한계가 없는 다양한 분야와의 콜라보 및 제휴 이벤트를 통해 모험가님들의 일상에 보다 친숙하게 다가갈 수 있는 검은 사막이 되고자 노력했습니다. 이러한 저희의 새로운 시도와 노력들은 이제 한 달도 채 남지 않는 12월과 2021년에도 다양하게 준비해서 의외의 장소, 의외의 아이템으로 여러분 곁을 찾아가도록 하겠습니다. 참고로 글레이와의 콜라보를 준비했던 일본 도쿄 오피스에서 이번 겨울을 그냥 보낼 수 없다는 메시지와 함께 굉장한 콜라보를 준비했다고 하는데요. 이걸 예측해보는 재미도 놓치면 안 되겠네요. 앞으로 다가올 2021년에는 개발자와 모험가분들이 함께 만들어가는 검은 사막에 한 걸음 더 다가가고자 합니다. 올해 한국에서 처음 진행했던 FGT와 같이 모험가분들이 적극적으로 참여하는 오프라인 형태의 소통 방식을 더 강화해 나가겠습니다. 또 저희가 해외 지역 모험가분들이 보내주시는 소중한 의견들도 늘 보면서 참고하고 있는데 피드백이 좀 약했던 것 같습니다. 내년부터는 패치노트뿐만 아니라 여러분의 의견에 피드백을 드릴 수 있는 창구 역시 강화해 나가겠습니다. 마지막으로 어제 기사를 통해 소식을 접하신 분들도 계실 텐데요. 공식적인 자리에서 서비스 이관에 대해 말씀을 드리겠습니다.
Das ist wichtig.
2021년 북미 유럽 지역의 5주년 행사는 펄어비스의 이름으로 새롭게 시작하게 되었습니다. 자세한 설명을 드리기에 앞서 서비스 시작부터 함께하여 5년이라는 긴 시간 동안 검은 사막을 위해 최고의 노력을 해주신 카카오 게임즈 분들께 이 자리를 빌어 깊은 감사 인사를 드리고 싶습니다. 이미 3번의 이관 경험을 갖춘 전문 인력들이 이곳 안양 오피스에 배치가 되어 있고 경험 있는 일부 인력들은 미국 LA 오피스에 파견돼서 실시간으로 의견을 조율하면서 보다 쉽고 안정적인 서비스를 위해서 최선을 다하고 있습니다. 또한 보다 발빠른 대응과 보다 가까운 곳에서 모험가님들의 목소리를 듣기 위해 네덜란드 암스테르담에 위치한 펄어비스 유럽 오피스를 준비하고 있고 우수한 인력을 채용 중에 있습니다. 펄어비스와 함께 유럽 지역에서 검은 사막을 보다 나은 게임으로 만들 자신이 있는 우수한 인력인 검은 사막 모험가님들의 많은 지원 부탁드립니다. 이상으로 제가 준비한 발표는 여기까지입니다. 펄어비스의 시작인 검은 사막과 그 검은 사막의 시작인 모험가 여러분들께 다시 한번 깊은 감사 인사를 드립니다.
Ja.
감사합니다.
Also, der Account, also wie ihr schon gehört habt von mir, Kakao Games wird halt als Publisher abdanken und stattdessen kommt dann Pearl Abyss rein als Publisher. Der Account wird vollständig übertragen. Wir müssen aber das Ganze bestätigen durch so eine Transfer-Page, also so eine Transferseite.
Back. I have to press the right button here. There we go. So that was the kind of State of the Union address. There was a lot to dissect there for you guys. There will be the roadmap coming up next with
재석님.
Yeah.
Let's go to him now.
네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 검은 사막과 검은 사막 콘솔을 개발하고 있는 게임 디자인 실장 장재석이라고 합니다. 모험가 여러분과 이렇게 만나는 자리에서 언제나 함께했던 제이님이 아니라 갑자기 제가 나와서 많이 당황하셨을 것 같은데요. 제이님은 총괄 PD로서 저희랑 계속 함께 하겠지만 올해부터는 제가 여러분들과 더 가까이 소통하면서 더 재미있는 검은 사막 만들어 나가려고 하니까 앞으로 잘 부탁드리겠습니다. 그럼 여러분이 가장
마지막
궁금해하실
뽑은.
2021년 검은 사막의 업데이트 로드맵을 소개하겠습니다. 2021년 모험가 여러분께 선보이기 위해 준비 중인 콘텐츠 중에서 저희가 가장 먼저 전해드리고 싶은 이야기는 PVP입니다. 저희가 올해 여러 가지 업데이트를 했는데 이 PVP 관련 콘텐츠의 추가나 어떤 개선이 많이 부족했던 것 같아요. 그래서 현재 내부에서는 PVP 관련 콘텐츠 개발에 집중하고 있고 얼마 남지 않았지만 이번 달 12월부터 내년 상반기까지는 이 PVP 콘텐츠들에 좀 주력할 예정입니다. 우선 지난 검은 사막 연구소에서 이 거점 전의 개편안을 공개해 드렸었는데요. 개편되는 내용의 핵심은 땅 따먹기 방식을 통한 더 활발한 전투와 보상의 강화입니다. 특히 지금 거점전은 요일별로 정해진 거점에서만 전투할 수 있는데 바뀔 거점전에서는 영지 단위로 전투가 진행돼서 조금 더 활발한 전투가 이루어질 것으로 예상하고 있습니다. 세부적인 내용들은 모험가 여러분이 조금 더 이해하기 쉽게 저희가 영상 등을 활용한 가이드를 제공해 드리려고 하고요. 이 전 세계 모험가 분을 대상으로 검은 사막 연구소를 통해서 테스트를 진행할 예정이니까 많은 참여와 의견 부탁드리겠습니다. 다음으로는 길드의 주 서버 시스템이 도입됩니다. 이제 검은 사막의 모든 길드는 여러 서버 중에 주 서버 하나를 설정할 수 있고 이 서버에서 플레이를 하면은 약간의 혜택을 받게 됩니다. 주 서버는 뒤에 번호와 상관없이 에페리아면 에페리아 주 서버 이런 식의 큰 범주로 묶일 거고요. 자유로운 플레이가 너무 방해되지 않도록 이 주 서버의 혜택 자체는 과하게 부여하진 않으려고 합니다. 아마 가장 기본이 되는 혜택은 이 주 서버 안에서는 시간 제한 없이 서버 이동이 가능하도록 만들려고 합니다. 그리고 이 기능과 함께 주 서버를 이용한 크고 작은 연결 콘텐츠를 저희가 만들고 있는데요. 우선 오늘 공개해드리고 싶은 내용은 침공 주간과 서버 경쟁전입니다. 일단 주 서버 시스템이 도입되면 한 달 혹은 두 달에 한 번씩 어떤 침공 주간이 제공이 되고요. 이 기간 동안에는 공격력과 방어력 같은 보너스 버프와 함께 평소보다 조금 더 큰 주 서버 혜택을 받을 수 있게 됩니다. 대신 다른 서버의 길드와는 모두 적대 관계가 됩니다. 때문에 길드가 마음을 먹고 다른 서버로 침공이 가능해져서 평소보다 조금 더 자유로운 형태의 PVP가 가능해집니다. 침공의 목적은 각 서버에 어떤 고유한 유물 같은 걸 훔치거나 하는 방식으로요. 특정 기간 동안 우리 서버의 혜택을 더 좋게 하는 그런 방식을 고려하고 있습니다. 대신 PVP를 좀 싫어하시거나 피해를 보는 분들도 있을 것 같아서 침공에는 당연히 어떤 제한이나 제약이 따를 거고요. 그리고 주 서버 안에서는 좀 전에 설명드렸듯이 공격력과 방어력 보너스가 제공되기 때문에 훨씬 유리한 상태에서 맞서는 게 가능합니다. 그리고 보안관이라는 기능을 만들 건데요. 좀 약하신 분들이 피해를 보거나 적대를 발견했을 때 보안관을 부를 수 있게 하려고 합니다.
Kopfgeld.
이 보안관은 약간의 혜택과 함께 직접 자처할 수도 있고 아니면 가장 가까이 있는 최상위 모험가분에게 자신의 위치와 도움을 요청하는 귓속말이 가거나 하는 방식이 될 것 같습니다. 이어서 아마 많은 분들이 예전에 공개된 그 국가전을 기억하실 텐데요. 이 서버 경쟁전은 당시 저희가 개발했던 국가전의 업그레이드 버전이라고 봐주시면 될 것 같습니다. 이 침공 주간이 마무리되면 각 그 결과에 따라서 각 서버는 칼페온과 발렌시아라는 진영 안에 소속이 되고요. 아마 절반은 칼페온, 절반은 발렌시아가 되겠죠. 그리고 두 진영은 어떤 큰 목표 하나를 두고 침공하고 방어하는 형태의 거대한 전쟁에 참여할 수 있게 됩니다. 참여 길드가 훨씬 많아져서 예전에 저희가 디자인을 했던 그 국가전과 비교해서 그 규모는 훨씬 커질 것으로 예상을 하고 있고요. 인원이 늘어난 만큼 이 월드 전체를 두고 여러 곳에서 국지전이 일어날 수 있는 형태로 개발하고 있습니다. 또 어떤 감성과 전략성을 좀 드리기 위해서 국지전 길드 전용 캠프하고 전진기지 역할을 해주는 전술 코끼리도 함께 만들고 있습니다. 이 서버 경쟁전은 모든 길드가 참여하는 구조라서 분명 PVP에 거부감이 있으시거나 좀 달갑지 않은 길드도 분명히 있을 거라고 생각합니다. 저희는 경쟁전이라고 해서 전투 성향을 가진 길드가 그렇지 않은 길드를 뭐 괴롭히고 무조건 싸우자 이런 느낌이 아니라 진영이 제공되는 만큼 각 길드가 서로 지켜주고 화합하면서 서로 경쟁하는 형태로 만들어 나가려고 합니다. 예를 들어 각 진영에서 전투에 좀 강한 길드는 전면에 나서고 그 다른 길드들은 어떤 간접적인 전투나 혹은 후방에서 군수품을 지원하는 그렇게 해서 큰 도움을 주는 형태가 될 수도 있을 것 같아요. 모든 길드는 각자가 잘하는 영역이 있다고 생각을 해요. 이 서로가 잘하는 영역 안에서 도움을 주고 도움을 받으면서 협력하고 경쟁해 나가는 MMORPG에 어울리는 컨텐츠가 될 수 있도록 최선을 다해서 개발하고자 합니다. 그리고 오늘 이 자리에서는 전쟁에 대해서만 얘기를 했는데 주 서버와 관련된 컨텐츠는 PVE나 혹은 생활을 주제로도 서버 진영 간의 경쟁이 일어날 수 있도록 앞으로 확장해 나가려고 합니다. 다음으로는 10대 10 크루입니다. 길드와는 아예 별개로 정말 PVP를 좋아하시는 진성 모험가분들이 서로 모여서 크루를 결성하고 그 크루끼리 경쟁할 수 있는 컨텐츠입니다. 크루는 기본적으로 10명의 죄송합니다. 잠시만요. 크루는 기본적으로 10명의 그 예비 3명을 들 수 있게 개발하고 있고요. 같은 캐릭터가 중복되지 않게 만들고 있습니다. 그리고 경기장이나 무대는 정말 많이 요청해 주셨던 깃발 뺏기와 같은 클래식한 규칙부터 해서 미니 공성전처럼 검은 상황만의 특징이 드러나는 규칙까지 다양하게 제공해 드리려고 합니다. 그리고 크루 간의 경쟁은 일종의 챔피언스 리그처럼 글로벌 대회로 진행을 하려고 합니다. 예를 들어 한국 크루가 북미 서버로 넘어가서 도전할 수 있다거나 러시아 크루가 일반 서버로 들어와서 도전장을 던지는 그런 형태입니다. 일종의 홈과 어웨이 방식이라고 봐주시면 될 것 같습니다. 각 지역별로 PVP를 너무 좋아하시거나 실력에 자신 있는 분들이 많으신데 이번 크루 시스템을 통해 지역 간 모험가 분들끼리도 서로 교류할 수 있는 형태가 되길 바랍니다. 그리고 크루는 글로벌 챔피언스 리그를 감안해서 이에 어울리는 랭킹 시스템도 지원할 예정입니다. 마지막으로 PVP 컨텐츠는 아니지만 직접적으로 크게 영향을 주는 장비에 대한 이해까지 하고 넘어가려고 합니다. 일단 죽은 신의 갑옷이 가장 업데이트가 빨리 된 한국에서는 카프라스의 돌 획득처 추가 요청이 아직 많은데요. 11월 말 기준으로 유럽이나 러시아처럼 공급량이 많아서 몇만 개의 카프라스 돌 매물이 쌓인 지역도 있는 반면에 매물이 좀 없어서 구매 대기가 많은 지역도 서서히 늘어나고 있습니다.
Das ist wichtig jetzt, glaube ich.
지금 보시는 데이터는 올해 상반기와 하반기 카프라스 돌 생산량을 비교한 건데요. 상반기와 비교해서 매우 큰 폭으로 상승한 것을 확인할 수 있습니다. 물론 지역마다 이 플레이 성향에 따라서 이 생산량이 좀 갈리는 경우도 있긴 한데요. 저희는 이 상황이 중심이 되는 이 카프라스의 돌을 조금 더 다양한 루트에서 얻을 수 있도록 제공하고 있지만 필요한 수량이 워낙 많고 또 주요 획득 루트가 채집 같은 생활 콘텐츠에 집중돼 있어서 아직은 부족하다고 판단하고 있습니다. 그래서 여러분이 조금 더 성장하실 수 있도록 새로운 루트를 좀 추가해 드리려고 합니다. 일단 지난 검은 사막 연구소에서 저희가 조금 힌트를 드리긴 했는데요. 이제 검은별 방어구를 한 단계 개량할 수 있는 기능이 추가됩니다. 검은별 방어구는 그 유단계를 만든 다음에 동으로 가는 게 너무 어렵고 그래서 시도해볼 엄두가 좀 나지 않고 그것 때문에 좀 성장이 정체되는 문제가 있는데요. 업데이트 후에는 이 검은별 방어구를 개량할 수 있는 방안이 추가돼서 조금 더 성장이 가능하도록 할 예정입니다. 고나 이후 단계를 만든 다음에 개량을 하면은 장비의 능력치가 조금 더 오르는 방식이고요. 개량한 후에도 동단계로 도전은 가능하도록 할 예정입니다.
오케이.
개량에 필요한 핵심 재료는 최근 저희가 연구소를 통해 꾸준히 공개하고 있는 특화 서버, 하드웨어 잠식된 사양터가 주요 획득 루트가 될 것 같고요. 검은별 방어구 개량의 목적은 모험가분들 사이에 어떤 격차를 어느 정도 줄이기 위한 방안 중에 하나이자 선택권을 드리기 위함이기 때문에 기존 우두머리 방어구의 가치 보존 역시 중요하게 고려할 것입니다. 그리고 이에 맞춰서 개량했을 때 효과 상승 폭이라던가 개량 방법의 난이도를 결정하려고 합니다. 그리고 카프라스의 돌은 그간 여러 루트를 통해서 획득할 수단을 많이 늘려왔는데요. 이 추가로 얻을 수 있는 수단들은 앞으로 계속 늘려나갈 거고요. 조금 더 풀 예정입니다. 특히 이 중에서 PVP와 관련된 컨텐츠들에서 좀 기본 보상이 될 수 있게 하려고 합니다. 아마 검은별 개량이 도입이 되면 카프라이스의 돌 수급이 지금보다 훨씬 나아질 것으로 예상하고 있는데요. 현재 러시아에서는 250만 원 선에서 아직 거래되고 있는데 다른 지역들도 이 공급이 더 늘고 분산되면은 적정가를 찾아갈 것으로 보고 있습니다. 카프라이스의 돌은 모험가 여러분의 성장에 좀 직접적으로 영향을 주는 아이템인 만큼 더 정밀하게 데이터를 보면서 조정해 나갈 거고요. 큰 방향에서는 여러분이 성장하고 위로 올라갈 수 있는 계단을 만들어서 이 최상위와의 격차를 좁히기 위해서 노력하겠습니다. 그리고 12월 20일부터 많이 기다려 주셨는데 겨울 시즌이 시작됩니다.
Oh, 22. Dezember, Winterseason.
많이 봤는데 신규 모험가 분들의 졸업 이후 평균 공방이 이 시즌을 시작하기 전과 비교해서
Was?
정말 크게 상승했어요. 문제는 졸업 이후에 적응이 좀 어려운 게 있었는데 이번 겨울 시즌에서는 신규 모험가 분들에 한해서 졸업 이후 본 서버에 넘어왔을 때도 이 중상위권으로 갈 수 있는 계단을 좀 많이 만들어 드리려고 합니다.
22. Dezember Season, Winter Season Start.
대한 자세한 안내는 GM 노트를 통해서 안내해 드리겠습니다. 다음으로 소개할 컨텐츠는 검은별 레이드입니다.
블랙스타
별무덤
레이드?
상공에 떠 있는 그 무시무시한 운석은 다 알고 계실 것 같은데요. 사실 이 운석의 정체는 저희가 월드 우드버리로 구상한 큰 덩어리입니다. 레이드가 시작되면 운석 주변으로 여러 개의 발판이 생기고 거기로 올라가서 운석을 타격할 수 있는 그런 구조였는데 테스트를 좀 해본 결과 역시 난이도가 지나치게 높아지는 문제가 있어서 현재는 구조를 아예 바꾸는 작업을 하고 있습니다. 운석을 타격할 수 있는 기믹 요소들이 좀 추가될 거고요. 강력한 부정의 헌신들이 계속 소환되기 때문에 이 모험가분들은 역할군을 나누고 협업을 하면서 공략할 수 있습니다. 그리고 앞서 설명드린 검은별 개량과 관련된 재료들이 아마 주요 전리품이 될 것 같습니다. 얼마 전에 한국 라이브 서버의 모험가 한 분이 이 배를 소환할 수 있는 기묘한 물고기 컨텐츠를 완료하셨어요. 정말 몇 년에 걸쳐 도전하셨다는데 정말 대단하시고 또 이 자리를 빌어서 정말 감사하다는 이야기를 전해드리고 싶습니다. 기묘한 물고기는 참치를 잡는 어부도 이 게임에 영향을 줄 수 있게 하자라는 저희 어떤 초기 목표를 두고 이걸 실현한 모험가 분은 서버 전체에 영향을 주는 어떤 영웅적인 로망을 제공해드리고 싶은 목표에서 시작했습니다. 낚시를 통해서 정말 희귀한 물고기를 모두 수집하면 이 대항의 심장인 배를 소환할 수 있는 그런 콘텐츠였죠. 그런데 몇 년 만에 실제로 도전을 해가지고 그걸 이루신 모험가 분을 보니까 정말 대단하다고 느꼈고 이 벨이 소환되었을 때 또 많은 모험가분들이 축하해 주시는 모습을 보면서 저희 역시 상상했던 것 이상으로 감동을 받은 것 같습니다. 저희는 이 감동으로 끝내지 않고 해당 모험가분에게 그분을 상징하는 낚시의 신 NPC를 만들어서 배치해 드리려고 합니다. 위치는 모든 배가 출항에 나서는 벨리아 마을 선착장이 될 거고요. 다른 모험가분들은 이 낚시의 신 NPC와 상호작용해서 소소한 덕지였다고 기대할 예정입니다. 기묘한 물고기 같은 컨텐츠는 사실 MMORPG이기 때문에 만들 수 있는 컨텐츠라고 생각합니다. 저희는 이러한 형태의 도전형 컨텐츠를 앞으로 에픽 퀘스트라고 칭하고 조금씩 더 확장해 나가려고 합니다. 기묘한 물고기처럼 너무 어렵게만 하는 게 아니라 다양한 형태를 통해서 제공해 드리려고 합니다. 대신 도전에 좀 의미를 두고 그걸 실현해 냈을 때 큰 즐거움과 다른 모험가분들에게 환호받을 수 있는 그런 즐거움은 유지하려고 합니다. 그리고 기묘한 물고기는 이제 해외 지역에 곧 업데이트가 될 거고요. 이 기묘한 물고기에 한해서 이 NPC화 해드리는 것은 권역별 최초 한 명에게 똑같이 적용할 예정이니까 다른 지역 모험가분들도 응원하겠습니다. 다음으로는 저희가 준비 중인 신규 영지인데요. 설산으로 많이 알고 계시는 끝없는 겨울의 산입니다.
Oh, das Wintergebiet, Leute.
가디언의 고향이고 1년 내내 겨울이 유지되는 곳입니다. 몹시 추운 곳이고 간혹 무시무시한 눈보라가 몰아칠 수 있는데 이때 안전한 곳에 진입하거나 불을 쬐지 않으면 저체온증으로 캐릭터가 죽음에 이를 수 있습니다. 다만 여기 출신인 가디언은 저체온증으로부터 면역되는 특징을 가질 거고요. 차이는 자신의 버프를 이용해서 본인과 주변 동료들을 지켜줄 수 있습니다. 이미지 몇 장 보고 가시겠습니다.
Sieht schon schick aus. 예티스.
이 끝없는 겨울의 산 중에 먼저 두 개의 전투 지역을 소개해 드릴 건데요. 이 이미지에 보이는데 먼저 황금산에 거주하는 옥진신이입니다. 옥진신이에서 옥진은 눈이라는 의미고요. 몸집이 크고 매우 강력한 산의 지배자들입니다. 모험가분들은 아마 이 친구들과 1대1 형태로 맞서게 될 것 같습니다. 두 번째로는 미로에크의 미궁인데요. 이곳은 저희가 어린 시절 많이 접해봤을 공벌레를 모티브로 만들어진 몬스터들이 출현합니다. 외형은 공벌레로 했는데 습성은 개미를 모티브로 해서 산 지하에 여러 개의 개미굴이 존재합니다. 각 굴에 있는 모험가 분들이 전투를 하면서 특정 조건을 달성하면 이 여왕의 방이 활성화되고 여왕과 전투를 하면 사방에서 이 무로에크가 쏟아져가지고 그야말로 아비규환이 될 것으로 예상하고 있습니다. 대신 여왕을 처치하면 그에 어울리는 멋진 전리품을 얻을 수 있게 할 예정입니다. 그리고 끝없는 겨울의 산에서는 이곳의 주인의 황금룡이 잠들어 있습니다. 아마 기존에 없던 조금 특이한 방식의 레이드가 진행될 예정이니까 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 끝없는 겨울의 산은 다음 겨울 출시를 목표로 개발하고 있습니다. 그리고 다음으로 넘어가기 전에 그 겨울 이야기를 했으니까 관련된 선물을 하나 드리고 싶은데요. 저희가 지난 9일에 겨울을 품은 알이라는 아이템을 선물로 드렸는데 오늘 이 알을 부화시킬 수 있는 아이템을 추가로 드리겠습니다. 알이 부화하면 어린 나오노라는 4세대
Ja, ein Tier 4 Young Drache. Ein T4 Lootpad. Genau wie ich es in dem Bild gezeigt hatte.
죄송합니다. 물 좀 마시고 하겠습니다.
BDO Iced, Leute. BDO Iced. BDO Iced. Gibt es einen, das müsste der Code sein. BDO Iced. Ein T4 Drache, Leute. Ein T4 Drache.
저희가 사냥터에 대해 여러 고민을 좀 하고 있습니다. 특히 같은 곳을 여러 번 돌면 결국 지루해지기 마련이라서 기믹 요소를 추가하거나 어떤 보물 사냥터를 추가하는 이벤트를 진행하고 있긴 한데요. 그럼에도 좀 부족한 게 사실인 것 같아요. 이를 좀 개선하기 위한 일환으로 저희가 하드코어 사냥터라는 걸 만들고 있고요. 그 시작은 심해 지역이 될 것 같습니다. 일단 하드코어 사냥터는 모험가 한 분이 혼자서 심해 유적지를 모험하게 되고요. 여기서 사냥을 진행할수록 난이도가 계속 올라가는 구조로 만들고 있습니다. 출현하는 몬스터의 피해량이 점점 높아진다거나 필드에 무차별 폭격이 가해진다거나 갑작스럽게 별사탕 몬스터들이 습격할 수도 있는 어떤 짜릿한 형태들을 고려하고 있습니다. 이 사냥 중에 획득한 전리품은 언제든지 들고 복귀할 수 있는데 이 사냥 중에 사망하면 획득한 전리품의 절반만 획득하고 강제 복귀하게 됩니다. 도전이냐 아니냐가 되게 중요한 선택지가 될 것 같습니다. 그리고 하드코어 사냥터는 사냥의 환기 측면으로 저희가 고려 중인 콘텐츠라서요. 한번 사망하거나 혹은 복귀하면 2주나 혹은 한 달 정도의 재입장 대기 시간을 둘 예정입니다. 대신 난이도에 걸맞게 정말 확실한 보상을 제공해 드리려고 합니다. 다음으로는 주거지의 확장 콘텐츠인 대저택입니다. 사실 주거지와 관련된 내용들은 검은 사막 초창기부터 정말 많은 개선과 어떤 업그레이드 요청을 주셨는데요. 그 고민의 결과로 이번 대저택 콘텐츠를 기획해 보게 되었습니다. 일단 대저택은 하이델이나 칼페온 같은 대도시에 공헌하고 어떤 특정 조건을 달성하면 영지의 소유권을 쟁취할 수 있게 되고요. 그때부터 해당 도시에 마련된 대저택을 이용할 수 있게 됩니다. 여러 재료를 이용해서 업그레이드가 계속 가능하고 무척 넓기 때문에 여러분이 원하는 형태의 인테리어 연출이 가능해질 것으로 기대하고 있습니다. 또 대저택은 내부뿐만 아니라 이 외부 인테리어도 가능하게 만들고 있습니다. 저택 외부에 나무나 어떤 개인 텃밭, 석상이나 조명 같은 걸 설치할 수 있게 되는 거죠. 때문에 새로운 형태의 가구들 역시 다양하게 추가될 예정입니다. 그리고 아직 확실하게 결정된 부분은 아닌데요. 이 대저택도 순위 경쟁이 좀 가능한 구조로 만들려고 해요. 다만 여기서 순위 경쟁은 기존처럼 가구의 포인트에 좀 국한하진 않을 거고요. 조금 다른 개념으로 접근해보고 있습니다. 예를 들어 가구의 희귀도 개념을 도입해서 가구의 수가 아니라 누가 더 진귀한 물건을 많이 보관하고 있는지가 중요해진다거나 아니면 가문 간의 어떤 신경전 느낌으로 대저택을 보유한 모험가 분들끼리 서로 경쟁하는 도둑을 보내거나 몰래 공격하거나 이런 형태들이 될 수도 있을 것 같습니다. 이 부분은 저희가 조금 더 고민하고 이후에 자세한 정보 드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 핵심은 집을 꾸미고 싶은 모험가 여러분의 어떤 욕구나 어떤 예술의 혼이 이 대저택을 통해서 더 실현될 수 있도록 만들려고 하니까요. 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 친구들과 함께
Co-op
즐길 수
dungeon?
있는
What the fuck?
콘텐츠를 많이 만들어 주세요. 인던을 만들어 주세요. 이 두 가지는 아마 저희가 검은 사막을 개발하면서 가장 많이 들었던
Oh my god.
언어였던 것 같아요.
It's gonna happen.
저희는 이런 요청을
Co-op
힘입어서 뭐 2일에서
dungeon.
5일까지 사냥터를 추가하거나 뭐 검은
It's gonna happen, guys.
이베도리의 주술사 같은 콘텐츠를 제공하기도 했는데요. 그럼에도 불구하고 이 협동 콘텐츠는 아직 부족하다고 판단하고 있습니다. 이번에는 이 솔로잉을 지향하는 모험가 분들에게 어떤 강제성은 주지 않으면서
Oh mein Gott, ein Dungeon, Leute.
원하는 분들 위해서 협동 던전 하나를 추가하려고 합니다. 새로운 던전의 명칭은 아토락시안입니다. 저희가 발렌시아 메인 퀘스트를 하다 보면 우리가 모험을 처음 시작했던 곳이죠. 고대인의 석실 비밀의 방을 방문하게 되는데요. 이 방 안쪽에 고대의 수호자 뒤로 커다란 문이 하나 있는데 바로 이 문을 통해서 던전으로 입장할 수 있게 됩니다. 던전은 인스턴스 공간은 아니고요. 이 가이핀라시아 사원처럼 입장한 모험가 분들끼리 서로 만날 수 있는 오픈형 던전입니다. 대신 그 면적이 엄청나게 넓을 거고요. 각 방이나 구조에 따라서 3인에서 최대 5인까지 협동할 수 있는 공간들로 디자인됩니다. 기존의 사냥터와는 좀 다르게 그라인딩과 공략이 조화를 이룰 거고요. 이 공략이 필요해진 순간에는 역할 분담을 좀 명확하게 해서 협동의 의미를 더하고자 합니다. 이 역할은 탱딜 개념은 아니고 여러 기믹이나 퍼즐 등을 이용해서 어떤 캐릭터라도 수행할 수 있는 검은 사막만의 특징이 잘 묻어나게 만들 계획입니다. 또한 이 협동 플레이에서 한 명 정도는 이 공격력과 방어력이 좀 약하더라도 도움이 될 수 있는 역할을 제공해 드리려고 합니다. 그리고 컨셉 자체가 고대 사원이기 때문에 다양한 고대 병기들과 좀 맞서게 될 것 같은데요. 고대 병기들이 디자인도 그렇고 정말 다양한 컨셉들을 수용할 수 있거든요. 아마 기존에 봤던 고대 병기들은 장난이었구나 느끼실 수 있게 무시무시하게 만들 계획입니다. 그리고 전리품의 경우에는 이 협동 던전에서만 구할 수 있는 어떤 전용 아이템은 최대한 자제하려고 합니다. 여기서만 구할 수 있는 게 나오면 분명 강제가 될 수 있거든요. 일반 사냥터나 특정 콘텐츠에서 얻을 수 있는 전리품들을 이 던전에서도 구할 수 있도록 해서 선택적인 플레이가 가능하도록 하는 걸 목표로 하고 있습니다. 그리고 던전이 추가된 이후부터 이 앞으로 추가될 저희 새로운 필드 사냥터는 기존의 저희 기조처럼 최대한 솔로잉 기반으로 설계하라는 점도 참고 부탁드립니다. 일단 저희가 빡 집중해서 만들고 있는 콘텐츠 소개는 여기까지인데요. 이대로 끝내기엔 좀 아쉬워서 저희가 개발 중인 큰 방향 두 가지에 대해서 추가로 언급한 뒤 마치려고 합니다. 먼저 신대륙입니다. 아마 대항해시대 파트 2를 기다리시는 분들이 많을 것 같은데요. 저희는 이 파트 2를 개발하던 중에 대항이 참
Ein neuer Kontinent.
그리고 아직 개발 중인 미공개 지역 역시 올해 게임을 즐겨주신 모험가 분들에게는 예전만큼의 기대치가 크지 않다는 것도 사실이고요. 저희는 더 여러분에게 설렘을 드리고 싶고 검은 사막 역시 계속 크고 작은 변화가 필요하다고 판단을 해서 그 일환으로 새로운 대륙을 만들기로 결정했습니다. 새로운 대륙은 이 북쪽에 위치할 거고요. 이 라탄구를 통과해서 그 수평선을 넘어 항해하면은 도달할 수 있는 형태로
Oh mein
방향을
Gott,
잡고
Portrait,
있습니다.
Digga.
신대륙은
Heftig.
동양권의 다채로운 색채를 좀 담을 예정인데요. 그 시작을 알릴 첫 영지는
아시안kultur.
아침의 나라입니다. 아침의 나라는 저희가 조선 시대를 배경으로 제작하고 있고 모험가분들이 모이게 될 중심 도시 같은 경우에는 경복궁과 같은 고궁을 모티브로 디자인하고 있습니다. 그리고 여기서는 아래 대륙으로 넘어간 무사, 매화, 란 같은 캐릭터들의 숨겨진 사연들과 함께 동양적인 느낌이 최대한 반영된 서사들이 펼쳐질 것입니다. 그리고 신대륙은 아침의 나라 이후에 여러 동양권 지역들의 다채로운 문화들이 담길 수 있도록 방향을 잡고 있습니다. 네, 저희가 준비 중인 아침의 나라 이미지 몇 장 보시겠습니다.
Heftig. Heftig. Ausrufezeichen Summary, Leute. Oh, neuer Code?
네, 신대륙과 아침의 날 프로젝트는 저희가 내후년 출시를 목표로 하고 있고요. 내후년부터 다양한 소식들을 전해드릴 수 있을 것 같습니다. 일단 제가 준비한 내용은 여기까지고요. 처음 인사를 드리는 거고 또 처음 발표하는 자리라서 이 제가 드리고 싶은 메시지가 잘 전달됐는지 모르겠어요. 제가 좀 말주변도 없고 좀 말을 재미없게 하는데 그래도 일은 열심히 하거든요. 최대한 열심히 개발해서 즐거운 소식들로 보답하기 위해 노력하겠습니다. 긴 시간 이야기 들어주셔서 정말 감사드리고요. 마지막으로
Ja,
실수
ein
눌러버렸는데
Code,
제가
ein
선물 하나
Geschenk.
더 드리고 싶어요. 네, 아마 올해 좀 너무 고통을 드린 것 같아서
300
모든
Kafras.
모험가 분들에게
Jeder Spieler
카프라스로
bekommt
300
300
개를
Kafras, egal auf welcher Plattform, außer
대신
Konsole, glaube
콘솔은
ich.
아직 카프라스에 돌이 없어서
300 Kafras.
300개로 대체할 거고요. 추후 업데이트가 되면 꼭 관련된 시작 이벤트를 진행해 드리도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
Was ist der Code dafür? Was ist der Code dafür? Chor, hast du den Code dazu gesehen oder so?
Nee.
Also, Leute, Ausrufezeichen Summary. Ich habe hier einfach mal alles so brainstorming-mäßig runtergeschrieben. Schaut mal hier rein. Da findet ihr alles. Alles Wichtige. Ihr braucht den Chat nicht fragen. Einfach Ausrufezeichen Summary. Da ist das Wichtigste.
Ich mag Popel.
Kommt wahrscheinlich ins Postfach. Das kann wirklich sein.
Okay, just to quickly recap the codes. Calpheon Gift 1212, and that is if you are any platform other than PC NAEU. If you're on PC NAEU, your code is BDO Valk, and that is your advice of Valks plus 100 times 1. For the Winter's Egg, you need 4-tier Young Rauno exclamation point. We'll put that in the GM note after this. You then combine that egg with the Jade Flame. You combine them together, and that will make the tier 4 dragon for you.
Yep. Yeah, no, we're just recapping it right
Ja.
now. So basically, yes.
Das sind die beiden Codes, die wir bis jetzt
you'll
eingeben können.
be able to get those codes.
Ein
They'll be
100er
released
Rad
in
vom
the GM
Valks
note
plus
probably
ein
shortly after
T4 Drache, Leute.
the festival in
Den
general.
wir noch kombinieren müssen mit dem
And
Ei, damit
all
es
that content that's gonna
schlüpft.
come out eventually. Pretty excited for it.
Yeah, and
Nee,
for PC, the
Kafra stones.
Kafra Stone times 300 and the Crone Stone 300 for console will be sent during the maintenance on December 16th to users who access the game at least once between November 12th and the end of the Calpheon
Also die
Ball,
Sachen gibt's
which is in a
durch
couple of
die
hours. So if you've logged in between then and now, you will be able to get those in your mail after the next maintenance.
Yep. Make sure you actually do pick up those codes. The code will be again listed in GM note. That'll be released shortly after the ball. But for the Calpheon Stone and the Crone Stone gift, log into your game before the end of the stream.
Yep.
If you haven't logged in since November 12th.
Well, thank you for joining us today. If you want to add these codes, I only know console, unfortunately, but you go to your platform's website. For console, it's console.playblackdesert.com. For SEA, it's sea.playblackdesert.com. BlackDesertOnline.com, I believe,
Also
for PC NAEU.
Für
Go to
PC gibt es
support, there's
300
a code,
Kafras, für Konsole
enter
gibt
it
es
in there,
300
and that will
Cron
send it
Stones.
to
Ihr
your
müsst
mailbox,
einfach nur jetzt
assuming you
eingeloggt
are
sein
late.
im Spiel und bekommt es dann
Yeah,
zum
so
nächsten Patch
most,
am Mittwoch.
regions will be like that. Right now, we're going to actually be diving into the art festival. So for the art festival, people who win, the grand prize, obviously, as we announced before, was the iPhone. The runner-up prize is the graphics card. Excellence prize, the headphones, and consolation prize is the set for your Android.
That's not just a graphics card, dude. That's a 3080. That's top tier graphics card right there. Well, almost.
Was I wrong?
It is a graphics card. It is
Bang.
not the 800 series you grow up with me as well. So yeah, basically the people in the Zoom call will be voting on which ones they like. So they have to hold up a piece of pen and paper to vote. That'll be the one that decides who wins which.
Okay, also das ist jetzt gerade nicht so wichtig. Also die, es gibt ja so einen Artist-Contest, da konnte man so irgendwas einschicken und die Zoom-Teilnehmer dürfen jetzt gleich mit voten, wessen Kunst sie am meisten mögen, und die Gewinner bekommen dann halt solche Real-Life-Gifts wie Handy, Grafikkarte 3080 und so weiter und so fort. Das ist jetzt gerade erstmal nicht wichtig. Ich habe, wie gesagt, unter Ausrufezeichen Summary einfach mal brainstorm-mäßig alles, was ich mitbekommen habe, runtergeschrieben. Für die PC-Spieler gibt es 300 Kafras, da müsst ihr einfach nur eingeloggt sein, bis zum 16. Dezember scheinbar. Am besten heute noch. Für die Konsolenspieler, für die Consoleros gibt es 300 Cronstones. Wieso 300 Cronstones für die Konsolen? Die haben noch keine Kafras, Leute. Imagine, die haben Pot-Pieces. Imagine, die haben Manos, oder wobei Manos weiß ich gar nicht mal, aber die haben keine Kafras. Digga, sind wir behindert oder was? Ja, die 2 Codes solltet ihr eingeben als PC-Spieler und Konsolenspieler sollte es auch irgendwie gehen. BDO Bulk und BDO Iced.
I'm still scarred.
Haben kein Manos? Ja, okay.
If you haven't seen the Guardian cosplay, I mean,
check it out.
No, it's best that you didn't.
It was beautiful, man.
It's absolutely best that you didn't see that.
That is now on my wall. Oh yeah, sorry for the tier 4 pet. If you are on PC NAEU, it is BDO Iced. BDO Iced. Okay, first artwork here. These are sorceresses.
Die vergleichen jetzt so ein bisschen was an den Künsten.
The hair looks really nice. The eye makeup is quite similar.
You know, the eye makeup of Sorceress kind of looks like she just kind of gets the mascara pen and just kind of like stabs it in her eye.
I mean, is that not how you do that?
You're generally supposed to be a little bit more gentle. I don't have the name of the people, unfortunately.
Yes.
We don't have the names of the people who did these.
We're not supposed to.
Yeah, we're not supposed to release that information, unfortunately. Yeah. Personal data is good, but that's actually, I like how they've managed the skin tone. It actually looks real, and that background is glorious.
Yeah, shading wise, that's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah, this is okay. We're not trying to sway any judgment here.
Die beiden Bitches haben mir besser gefallen.
This is Lesra stealing the soul of Kazaka, which is.
If you do not know this scene,
chef's kiss.
Yeah, if you don't know the scene, you've only been power leveling, and shame on you. Absolutely shame on you.
I mean, we've all been there, man. We've all been there, but I did it once and then I've barely touched it again.
Also ich habe mal die Codes eingegeben,
yeah,
und beide haben funktioniert.
Like the color, the way that it, like, you know, that red light permeates through everything, but then, you know, it's still got that unique flair.
The red glow is nice.
Nispelknabe.
The red glow
Danke
is
für den Reset und Zeitmonat. Herzlich willkommen. Und auch an dritter Anbieter. Danke für den Sub.
We'll go through the coupon code
Number
one more
3.
time. This is
Ich
a
stehe nicht so auf
sorceress
muskulöse Frauen,
wearing
muss ich sagen,
the
Leute.
rebellious
Die machen mir ein
divinous
bisschen Angst.
outfit with a few mobs in the background from Star's
Mann,
End.
die hat mehr Bizeps
plus
als ich,
the,
Mann.
Scythe.
I love that the enemy noticed her. You know what I mean?
I actually didn't notice that until like I just looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for people in chat, hit us up. What do you think is going to win? 1, 2, or 3? The people who are voting are the ones that are in the live audience, but people in chat, let us know which ones you like. My personal favorite, number 2.
Yeah, same. I
So,
think you guys,
100.000
like,
Likes hier und
there'll be
das
some
hier ist die
bragging rights. We don't actually have
Jadeflamme,
anything
die
to give
brennende
away to you
Jadeflamme.
guys during this part right now. But yeah, I can see a lot of people going number 2. Number 0.
Und unter Z
I mean,
holen wir das
that's
Ei
edgy.
ab.
That is edgy.
I
0 and 4.
could cut myself
Und die
on
beiden.
that.
Everyone's going with 2.
It's
Oh,
probably my favorite.
Also, Ei nach links stellen,
It
Ei nach
definitely
links
is the one that screams like
und die
I
Jadeflamme
actually
nach
played through
rechts
the storyline.
und dann
Yeah.
kombinieren.
It's a power level. Instead of power level.
Junger
I'm
Rauno.
excited.
Junger
I
Rauno.
think-
Wow,
okay.
T4.
I kind of want to see if the
Sterbe
live
malus
audience thinks
minus
the same way as the rest of the world
4%
in chat.
und Feinde
the
entdecken
rest
ist
of
der
the
Skill.
world. Every person on Earth has a vote, but only the votes from the Zoom call
Also,
matters.
everyone's voting for 2. What do you think anime waifu voted?
I don't think she voted. I don't think she's figured it out.
No, anime waifu is gonna vote. Trust me. What do you think anime
Spyro,
waifu?
wie habt ihr eure Pets genannt? Wie habt ihr euren Drachen genannt? Gib mir mal ein paar Inspirationen. Ich bin mir gerade nicht so sicher.
It's great.
Why did we were quiet at the exact moment
We
that
went
went
for
out.
the wrong time to be silent. Anime waifu,
Or the
come on,
right
man.
time. Or the right time.
Waifu,
Okay.
waifu.
Waifu's figured it out.
Waifu's got
Small.
paper.
Waifu has a board.
Schnappi.
This is next level technology here.
Is this Gundam AR?
Anime waifu!
Anime waifu!
That is
Number
that is
2.
well done. All right, hats off. They found a problem. They solved
Mancha
it right
Tracker.
there. That's amazing.
Woher
Quite a
gibt
few
es die
number
Flamme?
twos. One guy
Ausrufezeichen
there, he's
Summary.
like,
Ausrufezeichen Summary.
oh, I forgot to vote. I forgot to vote. What is he doing? What is he doing?
You gotta.
Oh, come on, man.
You gotta
We've
vote.
had so many times. He's got 2. He's
Super
got
Winter.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Number 1 gets a vote there.
Number 1's gotta vote.
Dog. Oh, Dog. Dog voted number 1.
Ja, den,
So
ich glaube
fire,
auch.
that guy.
weil man bei den neuen Bossen, bei den stärkeren Bossen so oft stirbt, ne? Minus 4% sterben wir los. Also es ist ein perfektes PvP-Pad, ne? Also oder ein High PvE Grindspot wie Oluntal Ash Forest. Ja, dafür ist es halt echt nice. Kombiniert mit dem Kostüm. Rainer Winkler heißt dein Drache, okay, alles klar.
The blacksmith and they melt down those kids.
I don't care how many people are in your family, you get one vote.
Von Ion.
That's not how that works.
No cheating, no cheating. The dog.
Also ich hätte das erste Bild übrigens gewotet, die mit den beiden
very
Swords.
protective about their
identities.
Their identities.
Was mit Sterbemalus? Sowas wie, dass du keine Crystals verlierst oder ja.
Someone said, Sherner, is that how you got your
die Chance, dass
pens
du
by
die
melting
Crystals
your
verlierst,
kids?
ne? Du hast ja die Chance, dass du beim
Yes.
PvE-Tod oder mit Negative Karma Crystals verlierst und die Chance ist
Look, man,
damit
Takros has a
niedriger
way
wahrscheinlich.
with that hammer. It just
Vielleicht
gets the most
korrigiert
out
ihr
of
mich auch, wenn ich
everything.
Scheiße laber.
Alright, so overall, we think two.
Two has
Now is the contest for number 3. Or no, second place, sorry.
Der XP-Verlust? Ja.
That
Und
kind of looks like someone's in the back
was
of
ist
a
mit den
car
Crystals?
voting.
Glaubst du auch,
Right
dass es
behind
die
him right
Crystals
now, it's
betrifft?
like the lighting just lights the top of their head.
Okay.
We've all been there on the road.
Okay,
you know?
also gut. Also habe ich Scheiße gelabert. Ich denke, du verlierst 4% weniger XP.
Number 2 wins.
First place is belonging to number 2,
which is the
Juckt halt
iPhone
nicht, Mann.
12 Pro.
Als ob man
I
ohne
believe.
Tränen wieder
iPhone
aufsteht
12?
ab
I
64.
just want to say iPhone 12 because I'm not 100% sure on that.
You're not an iPhone user, are you?
Nope.
Cool.
Ja, über Winterseason wurde
It
auch
is
gesprochen.
a
Ausrufezeichen Summary. Da
It
habe
is
ich mal
a
brainstorm-mäßig
phone. It is
einfach
not
alles
a Samsung.
runtergeschrieben. Wir werden
Yeah,
am Ende
That's
des
about as
Calpheon
much as I
Balls
know. But
nochmal
thank you guys for
gemeinsam
voting on that one.
zusammenfassen.
Now it's time for round
ergänzen.
2. So the second place,
Again, list of winners will be probably posted.
yeah, it'll all be posted on the interwebs, on the GM notes that come out after this. And we were told to be professional. I've been talking about like melting kids for Chromestones.
Now we're somewhat professional. The next part is which one is it? We're going into the videos now, right?
It's the
Cor, du
videos,
kannst
it's
jetzt auch
the
am Sheet
videos.
arbeiten,
All
by
right.
the way.
Now this one we actually have to do a little bit of talking about.
Yeah.
Because basically people uploaded like pretty long videos. Some people made like 10-minute videos, 20-minute videos.
Okay, das
We've had
was
to
eben
cut them
aber
down because,
Artist
know,
Contest
spending
auf
20 minutes watching a
Bildbasis,
video.
Just to show
jetzt ein
it.
Artist
but there
Contest
will
auf
be links
Videomaterial.
again in that GM note that comes out at the end.
Yeah.
Wenn du diese blaue Message bekommst,
Okay, so the first
dann
one is
verliert
the
man keine
NPC
XP
in
und auch keine
Wonderland. It's originally
Crystals.
8 minutes long, but it's been
Ah,
cut
und die
down,
4%
and it's
bezieht sich auf
basically about
beides,
the
auf
character
XP und
living
Crystal,
in
Jumalicious,
And one day,
Jumalotus.
everything will change. So, yeah.
because that character becomes an adventurer. But we only have a short clip to show. Remember, it will be listed
Gut,
after.
also haben Cor und ich gemeinsam recht.
혹시 잠시 시간 괜찮으세요? 우리 마을 사람들은 목소리가 있지만 똑같은 말만 반복해요. 그치만
Das ist wie Death Penalty 10% vom Kostüm, ja. Das heißt, du kriegst nochmal 4% obendrauf, wahrscheinlich dann hast du dann 14%. Dass halt weder XP verloren wird, noch
이젠 아무렇지
Crystals.
않죠 뭐. 아이 깜짝이야. 아무튼 그래서 말인데요.
Das ist halt so Roleplay, ne, Leute. Das ist halt so harter Roleplay, Mann. Boah, keine Ahnung, Mann. Das ist halt wie Live-Skilling. So komplett useless. Spaß, Leute. Fühlt euch nicht angegriffen. Live-Skill ist echt heftiges Money. Teilweise mehr als beim Grinden.
All right, so that was video 1. You did not press that as quickly as I thought you were going to press
I
it.
still got it. So, yes, the entire video was in Korean. Essentially, what it was a character waking up and discovering that
they are now the adventurer.
They are now the adventurer that they've been watching other adventurers been walking
Menschen
by
schon
and
geplant.
suddenly
Ist
they
ja
woke
Roleplay,
up
mach ich nicht. Ne?
as the adventurer.
Mit dem Garten
So
und so.
just that Kamjagia is like.
Kamjagia is like.
What the hell?
Like,
I can't believe I said
bis
that.
8 it's in
waren
like
die
1,000
offiziell
different things. Like,
gültig.
you know, someone jumps on you, it's like, oh, Kamjagia, but
yeah,
it's in a lot of things. Okay.
Second video is titled The Ornate Spirit Essence. It's essentially, it was originally 2 minutes. The story is very interesting. Essentially, the main character tries to get the Ornate Spirit Essence, which is an infinite pot. It takes forever to
Ich weiß
get
noch
it.
nicht, wie
It's
man
like
Pet
8
nennen soll.
Yep, to get the last shuriken piece. What you're about to see is basically getting the Ornate Spirit Essence in the form of a TV commercial.
Yeah, and for those of you who are still out there trying to get a last piece, you will feel this in your bones. It will make you cry. It will make you
Nein,
laugh.
Petra, nix zum
It's just
Guru
unfair.
75 Cap gesagt, nein.
I'm still after
Nicht, dass ich
the
wüsste.
Ronaros piece.
You think crying is
Wakayashi.
unfair?
Yeah.
Crappy.
I cry myself to sleep every night when I'm trying to get this thing.
Ich
Okay,
streame
let's
seit
go.
18 Uhr.
Ich mag popeln.
가크툰의 가죽과 로나로스 맛 시즈닝이 듬뿍 가우드 맛 시즈닝과 벨카다스 맛까지 맛 좋은 오네트도 먹고 론의 영성과
Pot
제품빵
pieces.
다른 가크툰아 그리고 쉐리칸의 선단을 모두 모아보세요. 전부 모은 당신은 진정한 검짱으로 인정받을 거예요. 자매품 오도월 정령수
Mana
검은사막
Pot, HP Pot.
Now I'm
What
not
the
gonna
fuck?
lie.
Das ist aber super
That was pretty
kreativ.
cool. Okay, so basically,
I love it. I'm sorry. It
Das ist
gets
super
to me.
kreativ.
I really
Also sie
like
hat ihr
it.
Video so gestaltet, als gäbe es auf der Welt Chipspackungen zu kaufen zu Black Desert Online und du kriegst aus diesen Chipspackungen immer so ein Reward und entweder sind es halt so billig Rewards wie Kafras, Cronstones oder so und wenn du richtig lucky bist, kriegst du als Hauptgewinn ein Potpiece, den du dann direkt als Code einlösen kannst, um es dann direkt zu erhalten. Ey, heftig, das ist echt geil. Interessant, kreativ.
grinding for that last piece pushes you over that line.
Pretty much, right? Our next one, the third video, is a rearrangement.
Pay to Win auf eine ganz andere Form.
With a user playing 3 violins to get through.
Not at the same time. He only has 2 hands. He
Ja,
can't
neue
play
Winterseason
3
am
violins.
22. Dezember, Leute. Neue Winterseason am 22. Dezember. New Winter Season
Alright, let's take a
on December 22.
20 second.
Nein, 22. 20 second. 20 seconds. Ja, Ko, hast du recht. Twenty-two Head. Okay, Digga. Keine Ahnung, Mann. Video 2 hat gewonnen. Also das ist so
Alright,
der macht
so
halt ein ganzes
unfortunately
Lied
we
alleine
ended up
in
missing
verschiedenen
the end of that
Tonsturen.
one. But you know, it was pretty good.
How do you like it?
Nee.
I don't have any musical talent, so I'm forced to like it.
Nee. Entscheidet ihr zwischen 1, 2 und 3. Was würdet ihr nehmen? Also ich bin eindeutig für 2 Leute. Sorry, falls ihr jetzt voreingenommen seid.
Shorten that video down a bit.
Yeah, it is
Eindeutig
unfortunate that
2.
it got shortened down as
Ja,
much as it did.
eindeutig.
But
Das ist super
it is
kreativ,
time to
Mann.
vote.
Mit
1,
Chipspackung,
2,
Digga.
or 3.
Ich würde erstmal die ganze Palette holen.
I mean,
what's your pick?
Scheiß auf die Chips, Digga. Hauptsache
the
Potpieces.
Spirit Essence chips, it's just so good.
I gotta go for number 2. Chat saying
Wie
number 2.
gut das animiert
Couple
ist,
people
ey.
saying 3, 1
Ja,
or 2.
wir sind uns
I do
alle
like
eindeutig,
3.
Leute. Wir sind uns alle,
I
wir
actually
sind uns
really do
alle
like 3, but I feel
einstimmig.
like it's, you know, the
Chila Piece habe ich bei
creativity of
908.000
just pushes
Trash
it over
gedroppt.
the edge a little
I
bit for
think
me.
Ich
I
bin mit
think
beiden
in
Pots
levels of
fertig, ne? Also,
creativity,
aber trotzdem fand ich Teil 2
in terms of thinking outside the
zweites
box,
Video am
I would
besten.
say 2.
Ja, also ich habe hier,
'cause the idea of 1 of waking up.
Also ja, die voten jetzt da wieder ein bisschen. Ich würde mal vielleicht nochmal kurz auf Teil 1
But
angehen.
again, we're not trying to push your votes. Anime waifu. You know what anime waifu did, right? She did it once and then couldn't change it. So it's just.
Oh, you think it's just a PNG on there?
Also.
Yeah, it's just a PNG. It is just a PNG. That's with paint.
That's not paint.
That's paint.
That's not.
Wir
someone
werden das gleich mal
drawing
nochmal
That is a high level of
zusammen mit euch ergänzen. Oder ergänzen. Für die Leute, die jetzt neu dazugekommen sind, es gibt aktuell 2 Codes für die Konsolen- und PC-Spieler. Haben die Konsolenspieler auch dieses Ei bekommen? Ich glaube ja. Auf jeden Fall gibt mal bitte ein den Code BDO Valk und BDO Iced. BDO Valk gibt euch ein 100er Rad von Valks, BDO Iced gibt euch ein. Okay, die Konsolenspieler haben auch das Ei bekommen. Dann gibt bitte auch BDO Iced ein. Für die Mobile-Spieler, ich weiß nicht, was da
Nee,
für
die Konsolenspieler haben andere Codes.
Echt jetzt?
Ja.
What did Doggo vote?
Weißt du, kennt man die?
Doggo voted 2.
Doggo has taste.
Family voted 1.
Vorhin stand einer im Chat, aber frag mich nicht, wie der genau
Again, that's
lautet.
still 1 vote.
Lahonda, was ist das für ein Code?
I'm unaware of who that
Für was
member
ist das?
Joel is part of our
This is
mobile team.
design.
Again, if you're here from mobile, there is a mobile stream that you can go watch. But yes, oh, someone drew the Black Spirit. Nice.
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No.
Okay, all right. I just want to quickly get this out of the way. For console, these things are going to be coming eventually. We don't know when.
It's
but
for
they will be
BD as
coming.
a
Black
feature.
Desert as a game, more than just console PC. So the Zoom link was sent out to X amount of people, and they receive gifts for that. So they want the random drawing to get in here. I like the guy with
Dankeschön,
the random
Leute.
Santa hat.
Sehr gut. Da haben wir das jetzt vollständig mal hier.
His beard is clearly fake.
You don't know that.
Come on, man.
Wait,
who's
in the depths of
Genau.
hell with the
Außerdem
fire
gibt
in
es
the
noch,
back?
wenn ihr euch einfach eingeloggt habt, zum nächsten Patch-Note, zu den nächsten Patch-Notes, ich weiß nicht, also für PC ist es der 16. Dezember, nämlich der Mittwoch. Für Konsole wird es wahrscheinlich Donnerstag sein, der 17. Ich habe es aber nicht ganz verstanden. Da ich PC-Spieler bin, habe ich mich darauf fokussiert. Also, es gibt dann nochmal, wenn ihr euch jetzt einloggt, 300 Kafras für die PC-Spieler und 300 Cronstones für die Konsolenspieler.
Controversial decision.
Number one wins.
Number one wins it?
Number one.
Ach so, oh ja. Moment, mein Fehler. Moment.
Congrats.
All right, I'm not sure which way around that was. Was that actually number one and then number 2 was 2?
He explained it in a very weird way.
Yeah, he explained it backwards.
Yeah. So when
Ja, Mobile,
it went
hat
3-1-2,
jemand das
so I'm
Mobile-Ding
assuming 2-1.
mitbekommen?
2-1?
Yeah. Because when I was listening to him, he was just like, the winner is number 1. The winner is number 2.
Yeah.
So it's
all
3.
right.
So, yeah.
Stay tuned for the GM note on that because he announced that in a very
Wer ist
awkward
jetzt der Gewinner?
way
Welches Video wurde
for
ausgewählt,
me and
Core?
my Korean to understand.
Da diskutieren sie, glaube ich, gerade so darüber, weil sie es nicht ganz verstanden
This is
haben.
outrageous.
That's
if
not
that's the
okay.
case.
Eins hat gewonnen.
Oh,
Oh, Digga, das ist aber echt
Nee,
lame.
irgendwie 2, aber sie wissen es, glaube ich, selbst nicht.
Okay, alles klar.
Cosplay
Ja, wir müssen auf jeden Fall hier gleich drüber sprechen, über die Roadmap in Quartal 1 und 2, da hat er ja echt viel erzählt, ich bin kaum mitgekommen. Also der Fokus liegt ganz klar im PvP, Leute.
Okay,
Also
2-1, crisis averted, people. Crisis averted. But that is a tier 7 female horse. Actually, I have no idea.
Okay, ich glaube jetzt im Contest, im Artist Contest Nummer 3 geht es, glaube ich, um Real-Life-Fotos oder Gemälde oder was auch immer, Bearbeitungen. Also Cosplay, denke ich mal. Und das ist eine Decay auf einem weißen Pferd. Ist wahrscheinlich so ein T8-Cursor.
How do you not see that's a DK? No, it's clearly a berserker.
Yeah, clearly a berserker.
You clearly don't know what a berserker looks like. No, that is a Dark Knight.
It is obviously a Dark Knight. We're just
gewonnen.
joking with you guys. Someone's like, it's a Valkyrie. Like, if it was a Valkyrie, there would be... It wouldn't be able to be on here because I would have vetoed it. I'm joking. But no, legitimately, I actually really like that. This is a lawn. I actually really like
eine
color on this one.
Yeah.
It's one of the better
the
colors.
color palette is really
Was muss
nice.
ich sagen, also Leute, die
black
jetzt
on
nicht von
the,
der Bettkante.
ribbon,
Ich mache Spaß.
The dye on that weapon is actually gorgeous.
Sieht echt heftig aus. Also dieses Halbmondpendel.
Detail is pretty nice.
Oder heißt es so
I'm
auf
jealous
Deutsch?
of her,
Halbmond,
to be really honest.
Halbpendel, Pendulum.
Yeah.
Ist echt nice
Unfortunately, I
viel.
can't grow my hair that long.
For me to have that, I have to cut my hair.
I will pay you to do that.
I refuse to.
Die
cut
LAN
my hair.
an Video hat aber mehr
I actually really like this
Brust,
costume.
okay?
Like the little details in the.
Das ist
the
die Blackstar auf
inscriptions
Pen,
on
okay,
the
ja.
little- Is it the
Genau.
God, what's it called? I don't play it.
We're gonna have to keep going with this. But yeah,
It's the
I
glaive
think
and
that's a
the-
great design. Legitimately, I think that's a really good color choice. Okay. And now we're gonna go for our last cosplay that was submitted.
Mal gucken.
All right. So this is another lawn. This
Awakening
time in
lawn.
the Venesil costume that we all know, we all know really well. But that is, the weapons are dope.
Yeah. The weapons are pretty sweet.
The weapons, like the lawn things, it's like the weapons are dope.
2.
I'm not gonna make it through an airport using
2.
those.
2. 2.
But
2.
so
Also ich sag
people
2.
in
Keine Ahnung,
chat
wofür ihr
vote
euch
which
entscheidet,
one-
aber ich würde 2
Sorry,
sagen.
please be professional. So which one do you think is good? 1, 2, or 3? Pick your vote. A lot of people going with 3s.
There's quite a
Threes,
few number
ones,
ones as
twos.
well.
This is contested
This
in
is-
chat.
Ja.
Yeah,
Auf
this
jeden Fall
is gonna
müssen
be a
wir gleich
difficult
mal
one. The
hier über
person who has to
dieses
count each
Roadmap reden,
individual
was
Zoom
mir
call,
entgangen
yeah,
ist. Also ich
he's
habe
gonna
einfach
have a-
brainstorm-mäßig alles
gonna have a hard
runtergeballert.
My wife who picks
Da
what?
können wir gleich mal
Because-
That's the only one.
anbinden, anknüpfen
All right.
und dann
And my
das
wife,
Ganze
come
ergänzen
on.
und vielleicht ein bisschen hübscher machen.
It might
ne?
be changing because it's taking some time. It takes time to
3,
draw
1,
on
3,
paint.
3. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
2s. So I like this. Oh, it's a 3. I know my wife who votes 3. Oh, using some Oh, one. Just because of the.
Gab es Krons nur für die Konsolenspieler.
Alright.
That's a horse drawn by
300 und
someone
für die
who has never
PC-Spieler
seen a
300
horse
Kafras.
before.
The person who drew that horse. I
Ausrufezeichen
hope you're
Summary,
listening to
Leute.
the
Da seht
stream.
ihr
I
rechts
don't know
die
why you didn't
Rewards.
enter the fan art
That
contest.
should have been on the art. That should have been there.
That should have been the art.
That would have won. That would have won. Oh man, I need to actually dry my eyes because I can't see.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Stell dir mal vor, einer zeigt sein Jaro, Digga.
This is amazing. I like the Black Spirit again though.
Yeah.
You know,
Digga,
it's so
Ehrenmann,
good.
Digga. Wirklich
More
Ehrenmann.
people are writing things on them now, and I can.
Reading messages and stuff, yeah. Audio.
This is
it's
hard.
difficult, yeah.
Ja,
We got a
also man
lot of
kann
people.
die Blackstar
A
Items
lot of people are going with ones and threes.
verbessern
Not as much love for
auf
two.
Tree oder auf TED-Basis. Und selbst wenn du sie verbessert hast, kannst du sie immer noch auf Pen enhancen.
Yeah, I thought two was gonna take it. Clearly, I was
Sie
wrong.
wollen einfach
We have
dieses
no taste.
Gap zwischen diesen Stufen verringern,
That's not news.
ja, dass
It's
einfach
very
nach
true,
TED
very
lange
true
Zeit
that
einfach
we
nichts kommt
don't
und dann
have
halt irgendwann
taste.
Pen Blackstar kommt. Sie wollen das verringern. Und diese Materialien, um die zu verbessern,
one in the background.
farmst du hauptsächlich
For
auf dem
me,
neuen
I would
Hadoom-Server.
say 213.
Ja, Blackstar-Items wie Armors, Helmets,
Would have voted for number 2 if she went
Awakening,
Crimson Glaive.
Pre-Awakening.
Ooh, okay, all right. I don't know. This one's too hard, man. This
Scheckel,
one's too hard.
bitte
I mean, the best
liest das
part
genau
is,
richtig.
right
Das
now,
sind einige
everyone
Codes
in the
für
staff
Konsole
is
und die anderen sind für
feverishly trying to
PC.
count the numbers.
Wenn
And
du
people
PC
keep
spielst,
moving it out the
kannst du
way.
die PC-Codes
We don't need to
eingeben.
see that. We don't need to
Die
see that.
Konsolencodes kannst du nicht zusätzlich
Yeah,
eingeben.
I would say
Wait,
Bitte.
has that guy got a camera on his
Ja,
camera?
das ist ein Konsolencode.
There's a guy
Den
there
kannst du
who
nicht
looks
eingeben
like
als
he's got a
PC-Spieler,
camera
mein
recording
Freund.
his camera. This is next level struts right there.
Das ist ein. Nein, Lahonda, der hat das schon richtig eingegeben, Mann. Der ist aber ein PC-Spieler und kein Konsolenspieler. Und fragt sich, wieso er seinen 16-stelligen
Winner.
Code nicht einfügen kann, obwohl er eigentlich weiß, dass PC-Codes immer 7-stellig sind.
And
Holy Day Ho, grüß dich, Soldat. Moin, herzlich willkommen. Vielen Dank für den
So the
Resub im
order.
5.
yes,
Monat,
the order
5.
is
Mitgliedszahl. Moin.
3, 1, 2.
Okay, so number 2 won. Number
Ja,
1 was
2.
second place.
Ja, die
No, no,
LAN
other way around.
in
Oh, now
Succession.
you got me confused. Who
Nice.
won?
3 won, 1 is second, 2 came in third.
Okay. 3 wins. All right.
3
cool.
wins.
We're good on that.
Yeah.
So muss wieder weg,
Three
aber musste
wins,
wieder
one.
sein. Sia, Holy Day Ho,
The Dark Knight.
Schlaf gut, Trommelschluss, oder nee.
Where did she get
Hau
a
rein.
horse?
Hab einen schönen Tag.
I mean, who doesn't just have a horse lying around?
Ich gehe danach
mean-
erstmal schlafen. Noch.
How
Um
else
12,
do you make
in
glue?
1,5 Stunden, denke ich mal.
Ich mag Popeln.
Now, all these are
Neues
the
Housing,
run-ups in terms of like fan art. So people who came in, and we want to give special mention to these people who legitimately put their heart and soul into these pieces of art.
Neues
I
Housing,
really like a
einfach
lot
ein
of these in
Menschen,
terms
okay?
of
Du hast nicht mehr dein
shading
kleines
stuff. That's pretty
Popelhaus,
cool.
du kannst halt das
Really,
Ganze
really good.
upgraden zu einem,
A
oder
lot of these
du
are
kannst direkt
creative, a lot
zu
of them
einer
are,
Menschen einziehen.
and-
Samboy auch an dich, vielen Dank für den Resub im 8. Monat.
Kazarka
Weiß
Head?
ich zu schätzen,
Yeah.
Dankeschön, herzlich willkommen.
Someone made the Kazarka head.
Du hast halt deine Menschen, wo du auch einen
Terminal
Garten
Warfare
hast, wo du
under-
Bäume
Shy
pflanzen
Brigade
kannst.
right
Ne?
there.
Shy Brigade.
Es wird ein neues Rank-System
It
geben.
looks great.
Die Furniture-Items,
Like a lot
also
of
die
these.
Möbel,
That
die du
is actually
platzieren
dope.
kannst
I
in der
actually-
Wohnung,
oh, man.
haben auch einen
Kazarka Head is awesome.
The Kazarka Head is amazing.
Raritätsstatus.
It looks like it
Und
used the
der wird
base
in Form
beholder
einer
head from Dungeons
Punktezahl
and Dragons and
dargestellt.
made the-
Und
the-
je mehr
the things
Punkte
fit
dieses
longer.
Item hat, desto
Even still, that's like
seltener
super
ist dieses
cool.
Item. Also, wenn es irgendwie
Yeah.
im Spiel ganz schwer
yeah,
Furnitures
I see
zu
why they had a
besorgen
hard time picking these, like,
gibt, dann
just
haben sie dementsprechend auch einen
design-wise.
höheren
Yeah, they're
Ranking-Wert.
So far and above. It's really good.
Also so wie in
I mean,
Arcade.
some
Ich habe
people
nie
pointing out
Arcade
there was no
Arsch,
console in
ich habe
this.
nie Arsch
console
Age
didn't get
gespielt.
chosen as the art there. That's
I mean, console
Ich hab's
didn't
mal,
really
als
send us much
dieses
art.
Neue rauskam, wie hieß denn das? Remastered
Yeah, yeah.
Arc Age Unchained.
Console didn't
Da
have
hatte ich das
much
mal
art.
angetestet,
Oh, okay.
aber sonst nie.
I mean that's
But
fair.
like we wanted more, and I think they had other ideas and then the way that they approached it. But in terms of art, it didn't go that way.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But yes, that is because console's busy grinding, possibly.
We
right?
actually play the game.
Yeah. So, all right. So the next thing, right? One thing I do want to mention, sorry, is that amongst all the participants of the art festival, we will be choosing 50 people randomly from each platform and region and send them Calpheon good sets, basically that are worth about like $50 or more in terms of Canadian. The next thing that we're gonna go into right now is a Black Spirits adventure game. this
Black Spirit
game
Adventure Game ist das nächste, ist der nächste
to be held on the
Inhaltsverzeichnispunkt.
stream, and we're going to be able to get rewards out of this essentially. And once we get ready, I'll give you more details on how this is going to go.
Yeah, so it's the adventure game that people know and love, and the rewards that are selected will be sent to people after.
Pretty much.
So I don't know when it's going to be sent, but I'll take a look when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to just turn my paper over for that because there's a lot of stuff on it.
There's a lot of information on that one, yeah. So we're going to be going into that. I mean, so one of our hosts is leaving to go do the mobile stream right now.
Yep.
Yep.
All right,
And
and
we're
we'll
back.
see you in a bit.
Yep.
Also, die machen jetzt wieder irgendwie Kack-Werbung, Digga. Digga, eigentlich muss man. Also, Razer, gute Marke an sich. Ist doch Razer, oder? Razer, gute Marke an sich. Habe ich noch nie getestet, aber ich höre immer wieder von meinen Zuschauern, dass das eine gute Marke sei, aber ja, whatever. Black Spirit Adventure Game, die werden jetzt irgendein Spiel machen und wir bekommen wohl die Rewards, wenn wir welche bekommen, kriegen wir sie nach dem Calpheon Ball oder so. Also falls wieder Reward, ich denke mal, es wird rewardreich sein, okay Leute? Ja, tatsächlich, mit dem Würfelspiel, ne, ich habe erst letztens ein neues Video dazu rausgebracht, wo ich es ein bisschen erklärt habe. Demnächst kommt noch ein zweites Video dazu raus mit den Arcana-Karten, ne.
제 옆에는 허진님을 대신해서
All right, welcome back. Trent is currently at the little boys' room.
인사를 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
So we thought we had a little bit more time before we started this. So this is Hangyeol. He is the PC Korea kind of video guy. So we're going to be doing the adventure game.
한결님을 글로벌 모험가님들께서 정말 많이 기다리시고
So he's
계셨습니다.
basically
아세요?
all around everywhere.
선물 받으려고요.
아하, 선물 드려야죠.
자,
Give me a
이제
sec.
국정령의 모험을 진행하게 될
Ja, hast du richtig gehört, Spunkybeat. Genau, es wird ein
I have to do
neues
everything
Black
alone.
Star
This is-
Raid geben. Das befindet
this is
sich
what
dann in
happens when
Stars
Trent
End
goes
bei dem
to the bathroom.
Meteoriten,
Okay.
der da eingeschlagen ist. Und
So
daraus
basically
kriegst du
there
dann am
will be
Ende
an adventure
wieder
game
Enhancing-Materialien
put on
für
the
deine
floor,
Black Star, um sich zu
and they'll be
verbessern.
rolling
Auf
a
Stufe
giant
3 und
dice
TED.
that go around the adventure board. Basically, as you can see right there, that is the adventure board. Whatever they land
Darüber reden
on,
wir später.
they will be able to. We'll be sending those rewards. So the dice has 1 to 6. We're gonna roll 5 times. When you land on a grid, you will get that item. The items will accumulate to everyone, and when they go all the way around, if they go all the way around, they will get a Blessing of Old Moon pack, which is basically value pack 7 days. Blessing of Camasil 7 days, I believe the secret
Also
book
wenn
of
sie
Old
das
Moon 7
Ganze,
days. It's all 3 together.
One thing we do want to mention though is that this
die haben 5
particular
Würfe
version
und wenn sie das
is
Ende
for
erreichen, kriegen wir
PC
ein
and
Blessing
console.
auf
Yep, this is
Kammersilvia
PC
oder
and
so.
console.
7 Tage Vorteilspaket, 7 Tage Kammersilvia
So we
bauen,
can
7 Tage
just take a
geheimes
look around. There's
Album
some box
anscheinend.
40. There's what else is he looking at? There's Artisan's Memories on there.
Digga,
There's Fine
200
Accessory
Cronstones,
box
10
2. There's
Artisan,
200 Cronstones.
10 Siegel
There's
von
about
Shakatu.
80.
80er
and
Fates,
there
habe ich
is
gelesen.
a Tungrat accessory box
Eine Tungrat
and a J scroll.
Accessoire-Box.
So it's up to you what you want.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's up to him because he does get a one-time choice where he will roll the dice and he gets to choose a number between 1 and 6.
He gets one of
Also,
So
mal gucken.
this is all on him.
So his
Er
name,
würfelt
Hangyeol name,
jetzt.
I swear. Don't let me down.
Don't
Please
let me
don't
down.
let me down.
Don't let me down. I'm gonna kick him in the shins because he's he's as tall as I am, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's you
Me too.
you would barely reach his ankles.
I mean, if I tiptoe, yeah.
Also er würfelt
don't forget
und
the
dann
rewards
sehen wir,
on
was
this
wir
will
alle
be
bekommen
sent
als
to
Code oder
PC
als Belohnung
and
direkt
console.
durch.
This will be sent to everyone.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff. Remember, all the way around gets you the Blessing of Old Moon. And yeah, these will be sent. All the items that are gathered here will be sent on the maintenance on the 16th of December or your first maintenance thereafter.
Yeah.
And you have to access the game at least once between November 12th and the end of this
Also,
book. So
damit ihr
if
diese
you're
ganzen
watching this
Belohnungen
and you
bekommt,
haven't
alle
logged in and you
PC-Spieler,
want some
alle
free
Konsolenspieler,
rewards,
ihr müsst
Since November
ab heute
12th,
bis zur
please
nächsten
do.
Wartung
Yeah,
bei uns
log
bei PC
in
am
right
Mittwoch,
now.
And
Konsole
you'll
am
receive them
17.
tonight.
wahrscheinlich, also am Donnerstag.
Yes.
müsst ihr euch mindestens einmal eingeloggt werden. Und dann bekommen wir alle nach dem Patch die Belohnungen, die er jetzt erwürfelt.
Crones? I don't know, man. It's too hard. Crones would be nice.
I mean, the audience right now is just.
Also ich sag so ganz ehrlich, ich brauche nur noch 10 Shakato-Siegel und dann kann ich mir Trimanos-Accessoire holen. Also bitte geh auf diese scheiß Shakato-Siegel drauf. Geh einfach auf Shakato-Siegel, Mann. Ich brauche nur noch 10 Stück.
So, I know him personally.
Yep.
I think he's going to. I think he'll go for a box. I don't think he's silly. I don't think he'll go for like move ahead one space.
Wenn er halt am Ende das ganze Brett auch zu Ende schafft, kriegen wir auch nochmal 7 Tage von allen Buffs.
Right in the corner, that is, I figured this out like 2 minutes before the start of the stream.
120 Millionen, 50 Crownstones.
I like how you're so like in tune with the.
Mate, I am.
40er Feldzig habe ich gesehen.
Slow and then there's me.
Don't go for Tungrad. Chat. Who said don't go for Tungrad?
I mean, we have.
What is gold bar 1212? 1.12k.
Yeah, it's basically a 1.2 kg ball.
Da hinten
10,000, dude.
Da sind die 10 Siegel.
10,000 Crones is not there.
I mean, the dice is bigger than she is.
It is. It's massive. Why are they making her roll?
Digga, wie würfelst du? Aber nachräumen.
She dropped it.
Poor form.
We need
das
judges'
ist Cheat.
decisions
All
on
right,
this.
go to 3. Get 3.
Herr Anwalt.
3. What is 3?
Well, let's see if he.
Are they
was war
gonna
nochmal
let her
3?
do a reroll?
So I think they're letting her do it. She is a host. I don't think she works here, right?
No.
No, she is a brought-in host. So she gets to choose if she's going to do it. I don't know if Hang your name.
50
Hang is kind of giving out like, you know, give it a big roll.
50 Crons,
there it is. Oh, hang on name.
Saving the day.
It's a reroll.
Watch him roll the same thing.
I swear to God, if you get a 1, I'll kick your shins. A la shy.
Throw it. Just throw it already. What was that?
Kammersilfbaum, 7 Tage.
I will smack him.
Oh.
Hang on him.
Bambo adamın amına koyayım Digga.
Oh my God. Hang on him.
7 Tage Kammersilfbaum, habe ich genau gemerkt.
Alright, so
don't worry. I can kick his shins.
So that's a 7-day Kamasilf blessing.
Ja, Digga, das Ding gibt's kostenlos auf dem Marketplace. Mann. Eine Pre-Order setzen, 2 Tage später 15 Tage haben.
I would rather have the Crown Stones, I'm not gonna lie.
The Crown Stones would have been nice.
Someone flag up on him.
Ganz ehrlich, die 120 Millionen wären am besten gewesen, die Nummer 5.
I need to see a Zerker in the
4
middle
oder 5
of
hätte er
there,
würfeln
and I
müssen,
need
Mann.
to see them just lob him into the floor. This is...
120 Millionen, beste von den ganzen Sachen da. 120 Millionen sind halt mehr als für... mit 120 Millionen kannst du 60 Crown Stones holen, Mann. Was sind das für Two-Heads da hinten? Er sagt, oh, ich hätte lieber die 50 Crown Stones gehabt. 120 Millionen kannst du beim Schmied ausgeben für 60 Crown Stones.
No, she can do it. I think you can do it. Right.
I mean,
throw it at him.
Oh.
What is this?
Das ist halt ein gezinkter Würfel!
Actually, that's not that bad. All right, so 300% combat and skill EXP scrolls 60 minutes times 5.
Yeah.
But they are not going to make it around the board now.
Combat and skill EXP 300% scroll 60 minutes times 5.
Weiter, Mann? Ich verstehe das nicht. Wieso würfelt der
Bring
Mann?
out the Zerker very soon.
Right, guys, if they roll another 1, I will be leaving the stream and you'll be seeing me on there.
Hat jetzt dieses 300% XP-Scroll bekommen.
Don't. He still gets 8.
Wir haben jetzt einmal... 2. Okay, wir kriegen 120 Millionen. 120 Millionen, ist okay. Wir kriegen also ein Kammersilfbaum 7 Tage. Wir bekommen eine XP-Scroll, glaube ich, für 300%. Ich glaube, das ist japanisch oder koreanisch. Ich verstehe das nicht ganz. Er ist jetzt auf +1. Wir kriegen die 120...
I mean, okay, the
Wir kriegen
gold
die
is okay.
121 Millionen Silber.
The gold is okay. This is why we're not allowed to host events. Because we trash talk. It is not okay. Okay, hold on. So what do we got right now? We got
Der schreibt da Rick da oben.
Kamasilf blessing.
Heden hat
we got
Rick
300% skill, and then we got 300% combat and skill EXP.
And the gold bar.
And the gold bars. They're not going to even make it past the second.
Kann ich nochmal auf das Feld gucken, bitte, Madame?
No,
bitte machen Sie die Kamera nochmal aufs Feld. Ich muss mal gucken, was für Möglichkeiten ich habe. Digga, da ist Shakato-Siegel, Mann. Das sind halt...
But they've done 3 rolls.
Das sind halt...
So they only have 2 left.
5.
They can't make it. The most they can get is the plus
oder 5 oder
5
5.
fail stack.
Don't worry. I think they're trying to rig it. But unfortunately,
Nicht eine
right?
1, Digga.
I've done
Nicht,
this before.
was
I've
ist
tried
eine
reading
1
dice before.
gewesen?
When you
Mach
try
doch
to
mal
rig it, you'll get a one.
Draufsicht, Mann.
People in
Vogelperspektive.
chat,
Oh,
tell me
sie
what you think
verarscht
she's
uns.
gonna
Sie
get.
verarscht
Go,
uns.
go,
Sie
go.
verarscht uns. Sie verarscht
It's a
uns. Sie-
one.
They're not even rolling it!
Hold on, hold on.
Why aren't you rolling it? What is going on?
오늘 멤버가 아무나 거장. 멤버가 아무나 거장. fetzige fetzig. Fetzige fetzig. Getürme Zochim
That's
아무나
stack
거장.
40. I'm back to my professionalism.
Freut sich
Oh
auch
my
noch,
God.
der
It's like the
Ehrenlose.
NBA rigged by refs. Okay, so
one job. The two of them had one job.
But see, you keep saying one job, and they're like, oh, he wants us to roll the one.
You have 6 jobs.
You got
6 jobs 5
oh
times.
my God, people in chat going nuts. No, I will flag up on him in real life.
Ich bin fast sicher, dass das Enhancing-System auch so funktioniert.
She's going over the items that we're getting. So if you see the green
my
stuff
friend.
There's the gold bar here, the 1.212. Then you have the 300% combat and skill EXP for 60
Ja,
5 of them,
XP Scroll.
and the Council
40er
for,
Fade-Stack,
Council
Digga.
Blessing for 7
Wie oft
days,
darf sie noch würfeln,
and
die
as
alte?
well as-
So, wenn du
my-
jetzt,
my hand
ich
doesn't
will die
go that
100
far.
Konsons
Oh, the
haben.
green screen. The plus box 40. Oh my God. All right.
Die 100 Cronstones. Die 100 Cronstones will ich haben.
We
Die
need to
100
talk.
Cronstones. Eine 3
I will give them your address.
oder eine 2. Eine 3 oder eine 4. Eine 3 oder eine 4. 100 Cronstones.
Which will get me banned.
Sharna Boys has declared war on Hangyonim.
What was my guild again?
Trentilox, no?
Eine 3
No,
oder eine
Chernobyl is
4,
the
Madame.
guild.
Eine 3 oder eine 4.
Vanilla yogurt.
Oh, vanilla yogurt, yeah.
Eine
Okay,
3 oder eine
you
4,
gotta
Mann.
roll. You
Come
gotta
on,
roll
Mann.
this. You gotta.
You can't mess it up again. No way. 5. Okay.
Okay,
well
wait,
done.
60 Fade-Stacks.
wait. I mean,
60
it's
Fade-Stacks.
more than two.
60er
It's more
Fade-Stack. Ich
than
hab mir das
two.
Brett schon ins Gehirn eingeprägt.
Okay.
60er.
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 60er Fade-Stack, Mann.
60.
What? Reroll? What do you mean reroll? Judges, no!
Was? Nochmal Reroll? Okay.
Judges, no!
Dann 3 oder 4. 3 oder 4. Komm. Komm, mach. Oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Es ist einfach eine feine Axoar-Kiste 1. Da ist ein Oger drin, ein Tungat Ohrring drin oder ein Leighton drin. Ich meine, ist besser. Ja, weiß ich nicht, Mann. Och, Digga, keine Ahnung, Mann. Mann, Digga.
You may think
Wieso
that
gönnen
this
die
is
uns
rigged,
mal
but
nicht,
the tears are
Mann?
real.
Wieso gönnen die uns mal nicht, Mann? Die 100 Fade-Stacks, Mann. Eine
There-
3 oder eine
there-
4,
okay,
Mann.
Legitimately, there is no script for this part. This is all legit.
I feel like crying. So that was.
Why would you re-roll the 5? I guess.
Ja, ich
they all
verstehe
have
auch nicht, wieso
different
sie eine 2
priorities,
würfelt, Mann.
Whether you want the
Ich
60
meine, okay,
or you want the,
eine
the
Box
fine
mehr für mein
accessory
Box, für mein nächstes
whatever.
Box-Opening
now
ist
get
auch,
to
This
buy-
is
auch Content,
yeah,
ne,
look,
aber...
someone's saying what we're thinking.
Digga,
Yeah,
das ist eingeloggt, Mann.
And my
Das
wife
Is
ist,
that Corgi?
Is that correct?
Is that Corgi? Is that the Corgi in the? Was that the Corgi with the Santa hat?
We need to talk about.
Ey, das ist ein Hundi, ein Corgi-Hundi.
Is that the Corgi?
Okay. All I need.
Das Lootpad vom BDO.
So okay,
Okay. All we need.
is to keep going and not stop rolling.
We need a 12.
No. We just
Warte
need to
mal.
keep. They've rolled 5 times already. so
200,
they're gonna
warte mal,
keep
1,
going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eine 6.
we have more rolls.
Eine 6. Oh, eine 1. Egal, 100 Cronstones. Eine 6 hätte uns einfach mal 200 Cronstones gegeben, aber nein, sie würfeln lieber eine 1, damit wir nur 100 Cronstones bekommen. Ne? Nicht, dass wir den Markt crashen damit, ne? Nicht, dass auch immer zu viele Pen-Items da sind, ne? Nicht, dass auch immer zu viele
Welcome to
T9s da sind, ne?
Everybody,
Ladies and gentlemen, this hurts me.
I am never at like.
I mean, okay, look, we got.
If she okay,
Okay, look,
listen,
look, they're gonna. If they went, if
She could tap a plus 14 reblath on 104 stacks and end up with 120 stacks.
Okay, look. I just.
I mean, at least it's 100 crows. Keep going. Don't stop. Just keep going.
Just keep going. Just go for it.
Also eine
just go for it.
1, 2, 3.
These rolls though.
4
I
gibt
know.
uns.
I know. Okay, come on.
Also eine
Just
2
go,
gibt
just
uns
go.
20 Artisans. Okay. Eine
So, I
4
was
gibt
actually in a
uns
really good
200
mood until
Cronstones.
this, and
Noch
now I am
besser.
raging.
Eine, ich will
Look,
200 Cronstones
This
haben.
can be saved.
200 Cronstones. 4. Eine
It can
4.
be.
It can be saved.
They gotta keep going.
Oder eine 6.
If we-
Eine 6 gibt uns 10
Just keep rolling.
Chakato-Siegel. Eine 6 gibt
Those
uns
rolls
10
though.
Chakato-Siegel.
Exactly. This is.
But he didn't use
Dude,
his.
what if we get her to go to people's houses and tap?
Also eine 2
okay, wait,
sind
they get
20
another roll?
Artisans. Eine 4 sind 200 Crownstones, eine 6 oder eine 5. 5 oder 6. 5 oder 6, weil 5 ist ein +1-Feld. Also 5. 2, 4, 5 oder 6. Digga, das kann doch nicht schwer sein. Am liebsten
Okay, go.
mindestens eine 4. 4, 5, 6. 4,
She
5, 6.
can't even
Scheiß auf die
pick
20.
it. Why are you getting her to roll it?
4, 5, 6.
Come on.
Nein. Nein. Na, unmöglich. 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 Nein, das ist nicht möglich. Du hattest 2, 4, 5 und 6. Und sie würfelt eine 1. Sie würfelt halt wirklich eine 1 oder eine 3 hätte. Also wirklich. Digga, 1/3 Chance. Digga, das ist halt rigged. Das ist halt
Don't forget, there will be the keyword talk after
Hold on,
this,
hold on.
which is clearly more important.
Hold on. We're getting another
Ja,
one.
der 60er
It's a
Feldsack ist
reroll.
eingeloggt. Da sehen wir den
Well, we get the
Huso.
60. So they're going another roll. It's not a reroll. We're getting another.
200 Crownstones, ist okay. 300 Crownstones schon, Leute. 300 Crownstones. Die Consoleros bekommen also dann schon 600.
Okay.
Die Consoleros bekommen dann schon insgesamt 600 Crownstones.
Hunganim is not a fool. Hunganim is not a fool.
No, he is. Look.
Okay.
He's looking at it.
Okay, look.
He's looking at it.
Give us the 200. Okay. The 200 is on the board.
It's counted.
Okay.
It's counted.
So 300 Crownstones. A 60
So, also jetzt
stack,
brauchen wir
a
eine
40
1 oder eine
stack, a fine
2
accessory
für
box,
10 Shakato-Siegel.
1.212 kg bar.
1
300%
oder
combat
2
and
für
skill
10
EXP
Shakato-Siegel.
for 60 minutes 5.
Ich glaube, das ist gut. Ich glaube, das andere ist ein 80er Feldstack
Oh my
auf
God,
eine
they're just gonna keep
2.
going. Come on. Okay, just go.
Alright,
Just go.
They might
Look,
have
look,
redeemed
look.
it. They might have redeemed
These horrible rolls. This is being redeemed by the amount of stuff we're getting.
Just. Oh, they finally got a number over 3. What's that? 1,
Wait,
2,
no.
3,
No. They're talking about it. Do it. Just go. Just go. Do it. Do it. You really want to do it. Take the 5. Take the 5.
Take it.
Oh
No.
my God.
No.
Don't reroll.
Was war Nummer 5? Wo kommt sie denn drauf? Wo kommt er denn drauf? Was war Nummer 5? 80er Feldstack? Nein, 80er Feldstack ist 2. Sie würfelt immer eine 5. Sie würfelt immer eine 5.
5 is written in the stars. 5 is written in the stars. Just take the 5. Okay.
Die
It's still fine. It's still fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Legitimately isn't.
Die Shakato-Siegel. Hey, bist du dumm?
Because this is now.
That's a Shakatu.
Wo stehst du, Olem? Du standst auf
No.
200 Crownstones. Wo stehst du?
Yeah, it is. It's
It's a Shaki.
Shakatu's. No, he's standing on the wrong one. They forgot where they are.
You're standing on the wrong one.
No.
Moro sen
This is-
sahat mısın sen? Ne biçim insansın?
Okay,
Hä?
all right. They're changing it to
Okay.
the 80. We're not
We're
correcting
taking. We're
that.
taking
We're
it.
not correcting
We're taking
Don't correct it.
Don't tell
correct
anyone.
it.
Don't tell
him.
anybody. Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone. No.
Scheiß auf den 80er Feldstack, Mann. 10 Shakato-Siegel, Mann. Wir bekommen doch nur 10 Shakato-Siegel pro Monat. Lebenszeit. 80er Feldstack ist doch
Nobody
easy.
tell them that they screwed up. Let's go.
Right. Please.
Der kann nicht zählen.
If you're in the
Der kann nicht
Portuguese
zählen,
room, if
Jungs.
you're in any of the other languages, please put it in their chat. Do not tell them they messed it up.
Low numbers might be good.
That's good.
Low numbers is good.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. That puts us
Der
on
kommt
the
aufs
spot.
Ende jetzt. Der kommt doch direkt aufs Ende.
Are they doing it again? They're redoing it.
This is him in a nutshell, by the way. People talking about how cringe this is.
Du bist
This
so
is
ein
him in a
Bastard.
nutshell.
Dein
Okay,
Vater
that's
war auch
okay.
ein Bastard
That's okay.
und deine
Congrats.
Mutter
It's
sowieso,
okay.
ey.
You're looking at a low number. It's okay.
Was ist diese Kiste?
Because
Vielleicht
it
ist es
means-
was Gutes. Warte mal, vielleicht ist es was Gutes.
So this
Warte,
is
ich muss
rare
das mal zurück.
event,
Ich muss
rare
das mal zurück.
Tungrad accessory box.
Oh, Tungrad Accessoire-Box? Ja, er will unbedingt die 1
gonna
haben, du
smack
Bastard. Okay.
I'm gonna smack him.
Ja,
You
die
better not
Tungrad- die
reroll
Tungrad
that. Hungary,
Box.
You better not reroll that. I know you can't hear me.
There you go. J scrolls times 5.
There it is. Okay.
Warte mal.
Okay.
Tungrad-Box, ist das nicht die?
So the reason
Ist das
they're
nicht die?
keeping
Warte mal,
rerolling is
nein,
I
ich
think
nehme alles
they wanna
zurück.
make it
Ich nehme
all
alles
the way
zurück.
around.
Die Tungrad-Box war die Box, wo man Base,
when there is a
Mon,
script
die
and there are
rausziehen
very
konnte. Ist das
fine
nicht die?
rules
Ist das nicht die?
about what's going on and you change the game halfway through.
Die Tungrad-Box.
How-
Ich
we
kann mich
talking
erinnern.
about
Wir
it?
haben schon mal eine
Let's talk about
bekommen.
this. Do you know why they don't let us do
Ich
these
kann mich
games?
schon mal daran erinnern. Wir hatten
Because
schon mal
of
so
how
eine
me and
Box
you react.
mit
And
diesem
we're too
Symbol.
competitive.
Da gab
We're
es
far too competitive.
Base,
So anyway,
Tungrad,
J
Mon
scroll.
oder die.
Right?
J
J special scroll.
Rare Tungrad accessory box. Valks plus 80. Cronestone 200. Valks plus 60. Cronestone 100. Fine
Vielen
accessory
Dank für den
box
Resub im 5.
1.
Monat. Herzlich willkommen. Grüß dich.
Vice
Herzlich
Valks
willkommen.
plus 40. Gold bar 1212G. 300% combat and skill EXP for 60 minutes times 5. And the Camasylvia 7-day book is there as well. These will be sent on the 16th to, during the maintenance, and they will be sent to everyone who accessed the game at least once between November 12th and now. But please, if you ever see him on the street, remind him just how bad he is at rolling a dice.
Just give him a...
Just challenge him to a game of
wait.
Yahtzee you can't lose.
Oh my god.
Challenge. Dude, challenge both of them to a game of Yahtzee. You will win 100% of the time. They don't know how to roll dice.
Right. So people in chat are saying that it's rigged and stuff. You know what? Honestly, they're actually only supposed to have 5 rolls.
Yeah.
And then I think they realized how bad the rolls were in the beginning. And
Yeah,
they're like, all right, we're rigging
we're
it.
not even joking.
Was
The
war nochmal
rules
das
literally say you
erste?
roll the
Ach, kann man
dice
Silf
5
bauen.
times.
7 Tage
And
kann man
in the
Silf bauen.
beginning it said 5.
Okay, look, they broke the rules to help the adventurers, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with
We're
that.
okay with it, but we still want to talk about them rolls. Somewhere, Jessok is pulling his hair out because that's a lot of rewards to give away.
I love Jessok name, but he's upset.
I can imagine. I can imagine. All right, we're gonna go to a very.
Gut. Tamam. Sie sind auch. Die 10 Shakato-Siegel. Ich weiß nicht, Mann. Der Typ hat halt nicht zählen können, Mann. Er sagt halt, er würfelt halt eine 2. Er ist auf 200 Cronstones. Das nächste Feld ist halt +1. Also wieder Shakato. Das nächste Feld danach ist also das nächste Feld ist 2, ist Shakato-Siegel. Er geht auf +3, 80er Feldstack. 80er Feldstack ist halt nicht geiler als ein 10 Shakato-Siegel. Das ist halt eine RNG-Box, die du am Ende bekommen kannst. Mit 100 Millionen bis 1 Milliarde.
All right, we are back with the developer keyword.
So we're gonna be back with the developer keyword in a bit, but we do have something special, right? But let's explain the dev talk. So basically, this part will be held differently. So there's a mobile section as well as a PC online. This one.
All right, we'll be back in a sec.
텔로레라 실비아 너의 열망이 너의 운명을 이끌어갈 것이다. 이제 일그러진 여신의 손을 잡거라.
Ich mag Popeln.
다시 차가운 별이 떠오르리라. 나의 왕국
Paladin!
칼페온에
Oh mein Gott, sie ist so sexy. Nova heißt sie. Oh mein Gott. Leute, ich bin gleich wieder da.
와, 아니.
Alrighty, that is the next class, Nova.
Nova is our next class. Oh my god, that trailer is so cool.
It is legitimately one of my favorite trailers I think we've ever seen.
We're gonna start
Boah,
with
die sah
our
echt
dev
cute
talk.
aus,
Who will-
Digga. Boah, ey.
The people who will be
Boah,
joining our
so
keyword talk will
ne-
also be explaining more about the new class. In the way that it's gonna happen is that the survey happened, we collected all the feedback, we separated them into certain categories, and then our devs will be talking about it. Now, over this part, unfortunately, we don't have subtitles for this part just because the amount of information is there and the way that they're going to talk is basically a conversation. So we will be interpreting this part.
Ish.
And we do have notes to help us out with this one just because the amount of content in there is quite a bit.
It is a book.
Yeah. It is a book. So this is going to be the PC and console talk. For the mobile talk, obviously, there's the mobile channel, as I've been saying. Go check that out.
That's the game design lead that we saw earlier. That's Jesok.
재상님, right? And 재원님. So 재원님 is part of the programming team. There we go.
I'll yeet ourselves off during this, so
Yeah.
we're just going to be
We'll be talking
the voice
over
in
it.
your ears.
Yeah. We'll be talking over this. 재상님 is quite a quiet person about this. So
Yes.
to have him on stage is actually a really nice thing. Oh, we're showing this again.
Die Höhe der Plexiwände, ja. Noctis, Ausrufezeichen Summary. Ausrufezeichen Summary, Leute, da habe ich nochmal was eingetragen. Rechts bei den Rewards. Das ist sie, ne? Das ist Nova. Paladin. Mit Turmschild und Kolben. Cute blonde girl. Ich wusste schon immer, dass da hinter der Wand noch was ist. Jedes Mal, wenn ich da beim Questen vorbeigegangen bin, ich wusste, hinter der Wand ist was.
Ich mag Popeln.
Gleicher Trailer, ja, ich weiß, dass es der gleiche Trailer ist. Aber egal. Das ist Nova. Da kann man sich das schon mal nochmal geben. Andy Wacker Augen im Chat. Für Nova. Paladin. Neuer Charakter. Das ist ihr Turmschild. Ah, die Schuhe können auch ein bisschen höher sein, Leute. Die Schuhe können auch ein bisschen höher sein. Noch keine Ahnung, wann die kommen wird.
너의 운명을 이끌어갈 것이다. 이제 일그러진 것이 있어.
Guck mal ihren entzückenden Rücken an. Ein schöner Rücken kann auch entzücken.
Ich mag Popeln.
Leute, das Magier-Dasein hat ein Ende. Wir werden jetzt Paladin. Kappa, immer nur Spaß, ne? Guck mal. Warte kurz, Caro. Guck mal, ein schöner Rücken kann auch entzücken.
나의 왕국 칼페온에
Caro, vielen Dank für den Resub.
You had the trailer
21.
once.
Monat.
You had it twice. Should we give it you a
Herzlich
third
willkommen.
time?
Dankeschön. Vielen Dank.
Please no. I genuinely do like that trailer, but I know why they showed it again. Just because there were quite a few people that did miss it, but we want to show it again. I'm excited for this. So right now, Jessamine is going to be explaining more about Nova, right?
Yep.
But for me,
Die werden jetzt halt ein bisschen erklären oder erzählen über Nova. Was
So Jessak is the lead game designer. Jesang is basically the guy who does all the stories. So Nova is a new class that uses a one-handed blunt weapon and a large shield called a Quaratum.
Yeah.
The main weapon is
Item-Namen?
literally Morningstar in Korean. As you
Morningstar,
can see,
kein
the
Kolben.
dates on there. She's
Morgenstern.
coming in the next update for pre-creation.
Was?
Yeah. The most distinct characteristic
Am
of Nova is
16.
basically
ist
her
Pre-Creation
shield
und am
and the Thornwood Guard
22.
spears
ist
that
schon
glow.
Release?
These guards will protect Nova when she shifts to a defensive stance and keep
Winter
orders to
Season.
unleash attacks on
Mit der
her enemies.
Winter Season. Am 22. beginnt die Winter
Yeah, but I
Season.
completely forgot to
Und
talk
da
about
wird
this
sie auch
part.
entstehen, da wird sie
her
auch
Morningstar actually
released.
is on a retractable chain, so it'll
Schüssel.
extend for more. And basically, you know, the guards will protect Nova if she goes into a defensive stance, and they can unleash attacks.
And yes, this pre-creation is both for PC and console. So basically, this character can be played in two basically distinct kind of forms, right? The Thornwood guards are based on chess pieces, and they can be distinguished into two different forms: infantry and cavalry battle styles.
Okay, so Nova is the last remaining heir of the Seric dynasty that once ruled the continent before the rise of the Republic of Calpheon. She was a hidden daughter of King Dahad Seric the Conqueror, the sister of the Poison King Guy Seric, and Leonardo Seric, who went to Olvia. Her full name is Francesca Seric, and she is also the mysterious figure of S behind the secret invitation letters.
Digga, Hascha-Shit ist schon längst Schnee von gestern, Digga. Damit haben sie das erste Mal in einem Jahr 4 Klassen rausgebracht, oder? Nee, 3. Sorry, 3. Sie haben immer sonst 2 Klassen rausgebracht. Shy und Guardian.
Okay, we're gonna expand the storyline by writing about the secret of her birth, why she had to stay in the monastery all this time.
Das heißt, das erste Mal 3 Klassen in
there's
einem Jahr.
For people to get their teeth into with Nova, so he hopes everyone can have fun.
Gameplay von ihr, weiß ich nicht, ich denke mal nicht. Aber
pretty much he's saying
Digga,
like, oh man, I'm really thinking about
am Mittwoch soll schon Pre-Creation sein und am Mittwoch danach soll schon Release sein mit der Winterseason zusammen. Haben Sie das mit dem Eis schon erzählt? Ja. Ausrufezeichen Summary. Und dann bei Rewards mal gucken mit der.
So he prepared, there is a video that will highlight more of the combat.
So let's take a look.
Oh. Oh! Okay, sieht ein bisschen wie Guardian aus. Die Dame hat AOEs, ne? Die Dame hat AOEs. Oh. Ey, die mit dem, also mit so einem offenen Rücken sieht das schon echt sexy aus, Leute, Mann. Muss ich echt sagen. Also, da stinkt die Guardian halt komplett ab dagegen, finde ich, optisch. Ja, okay, ist ja nochmal so eine overpowerte Ulti, Leute. Ist ja nicht so schlimm. Ja. Sie ist noch in der Alpha-Phase, Leute. Sie wird noch überarbeitet, Leute. Keine Sorge. Sie wird nicht OP, Leute. Was ich sagen muss, ist halt natürlich, dass diese Ice-Skills schon wirken, ne? Die wirken schon. What the fuck, Digga? Was ist das für eine Area, die sie da gebumst hat, Mann?
Alright, that last one must be a 200%.
Von Calpheon bis nach Odraxia, Digga.
Oh, now we also know why they've put so much effort into reworking the free.
Digga, was ist das denn für eine AOE gewesen, Mann?
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
Saved
someone asked, how can she be a specific character if there's hundreds of them? There's a story towards that.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Right?
You'll find out.
Yeah, but right now, more details will Nova later as we come along. Again, pre-creation on the 16th, and then on the 22nd.
Das ist noch nicht mal Awakening, ja,
right
true,
now, we're going to start with our keyword discussion. So essentially, like I said earlier,
Thanks and back in game,
all the surveys and all that kind of stuff, and these are the things that came up the most. Black Desert Console is on there, right?
Black Desert Console is on there because Jessok really fought for it.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about balance.
Die stellen das Wort Balance in die Mitte. Digga, das Spiel ist noch lange nicht balanced. Diese fucking Warriors, Digga.
So
Nimm den Grab weg.
Balancing in terms of
PvE.
Striker Succession.
All balance.
Yeah, just in general.
Zu viel Damage. Shift F.
First up to
Zu viel Damage. That's a lot of damage.
Alright, so we've made quite a few rebalancing efforts in the 3rd and 4th quarter this year, but it seems most adventurers still thirst for more. So let's take a look and compare Succession and Awakening ratios.
Yep, show me the graphic. There it is.
At least Berserker is balanced in something.
Achso, jetzt geht's alle anderen Klassen.
And for other ones, kind of skewed in different directions.
So Succession was very dominant at the beginning of this year, but numbers are showing a lot of progress. There is still a lot of room for improvement, as there are characters with slightly more disparity between Succession and Awakening than others, but we plan to continue rebalancing until we hit the right mark. In the broader sense of things, we plan to add another awakening-only skill. An awakening tends to put a lot of pressure in swapping skills, especially so if the class is old, which results in lesser usage of awakening skills. So we aim to compensate for this avoidance by adding another awakening-only skill.
Also das ist ein Vergleich zwischen Awakening und Succession
So
Statistik.
it's only one skill, but we want it to be meaningful. Of course, adding a new
Klassen.
skill just on Awakening might make it a little disappointing for our Succession users. So we'll add the so-called C skills to Succession as well. For those of you that aren't probably most likely core skills. We also plan to add one more skill that can be used in conjunction with the Awakening skill.
Also die wollen irgendeinen C-Skill in die Succession reinballern.
Okay, so we've also tried our first balanced FGT in Korea, and there was a lot of shortfalls that we weren't able to plan ahead. We really like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who helped us for ironing out the details. We plan to continue FGTs in the future, and we'll keep upgrading it as we go. There were a lot of requests from our servers abroad for FGTs, but unfortunately we couldn't go through with it because there's difficulties in meeting offline. So we're trying to do it using voice chat. The purpose of the FGT has always been to hear the voices of adventurers who have remarkable understanding of how each class works. So we'd love to hear their voices and hear what they have to say on how to improve the game and their class.
So there were many voices saying that certain classes were OP. As we mentioned in the Heidel Ball, it's important for us to consider how the users feel as well. So we're trying to buff other characters instead of nerfing the powerful classes. Sometimes we'll need to nerf because Conquest Wars and other large-scale battles, as they have very different mechanisms. But we'd like to keep the nerfing to a minimum and try to balance out the rest of the classes.
Control A, which was delete.
Sir. Sir. But yeah, that's basically how they're going to try and approach it. So what he's saying is that like this is going to involve the conglomeration of communication through a lot of different ones. One thing he did mention in there was like the way that PC players reach out and the way that console players have been reaching out, and there is a lot of there's a lot of similarities as well as disparities. Now for Jaewon-nim.
So we're wait.
Vielleicht nochmal kurz ein Wort zu der Statistik von Eternal Neem. Die vergleichen Awakening und Succession innerhalb der Klasse, nicht gegen andere Klassen. Finde ich nochmal wichtig.
It took us a lot of time to change the structure of action mechanics. And they very much hope with this specific update that they're talking about, Rangers and Wizards can, like it.
Hit people on different elevations, and that elevation problem with the clunky motion when riding horses, they're also trying to fix that as well. So we up and down is difficult.
In terms of frame rates, however, I think we can only say at this moment that we'll try to optimize settings as much as possible. Black Desert emphasizes free movement and action as much as possible, so frame rates are going to be slightly different with each PC setting, as well as console. A quick fix would be to fix all frame rates to 60 during PvP, and this is an easy solution to close the gap, but limiting frame rates will also influence strategy and gameplay, so we're trying to avoid that. We'll try to optimize frame rates as much as possible.
Nein, Zapmiller.
That's for you PC people out there.
Yep.
So they're going to try to, calm down the, frame rates dictating stuff. So we'll take a
Was ist jetzt mit den FPS? Ich habe das gar nicht verstanden, Digga. Was haben die jetzt erzählt über die FPS? Kann jemand mal kurz was sagen dazu, ein Wort?
Yeah. So she's just going over what the concerns for frames were, and the development team, the person in the middle actually, Jaesung-nim, the one who did the presentation, is very well aware of both console and PC relations and how they're different. So there will be a specific focus on
Sie wollen es verbessern, mehr nicht.
The next part.
Content.
And within content. So we talked about contents in terms of a category. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Out of contents, there were so many things that people were talking about, whereas co-op contents, which Jaesung-nim already kind of mentioned, character, region, life content, season servers, content renewals, and this varied from different people. But right now, let's talk about story first.
So we're trying hard to think of ways to include the story so that it fits in naturally with the gameplay. He wants to be careful at this moment because nothing is really decided. But some of the options we're considering are story dialogues through voice acting, more active roles for NPCs, story progression on the field instead of quests, that kind of stuff. So Our main purpose is we really want to do away with the R smash.
Yeah. Recently, we've been experimenting. R smash.
Haben die zum Wintergebiet wirklich 2021 Winter
We've been
gesagt?
experimenting with individual space with the interruption of other
Also
adventurers
in
for a more
diesem
immersive story
Calpheon Ball?
environment. Once fully developed, it'll be called the independent story system.
So, for example, in the Calpheon questline before the renewal, there was a scene where Belmorn would lead the Shadow Knights and the Black Harpy elites in the invasion of Calpheon. In our system, adventurers would be able to join in that very invasion as a participant. So we can't say when we can release this, but we'll let you know as soon as we have more detailed news.
Yeah.
All right, PvE contents.
Yep. We're touching into PvE contents now. In terms of story, yeah, they're developing more and more content for it, and they'll give more details when it comes out.
I mean, it's already been discussed a lot, but
yeah,
Jesok probably has more to add.
Yep. So Jesony is basically saying that we've given you all the big news in regards to like adding new hunting grounds and updates in the roadmap today. Large or small, we intend to keep making these updates improve in quality. This year focused on adding gimmicks to previous hunting grounds and rebalance the rewards from it. We've especially diverted our efforts in Odalita, but we plan to renew other regions as well in 2021. We're going to run into
PvP?
PvP conversation.
All right, so we mentioned our focusing on PvP contents during the roadmap, but we aim to focus on it till the beginning of 2021. I think we might have been too careful with the PvP content, so we're reflecting on this, and we'd like to change some things by being more active in renewing mode. Conquest
Nicht, dass ich
Warfare,
wüsste, Plasau. Neuer
then
Kontinent.
Thornwood Castle, which was announced in the last Heido Bowl.
Sunny HLS, danke für den Sub. Herzlich willkommen. Weiß ich zu schätzen, Dankeschön. Vielen Dank.
Ja.
Also zum C-Content gab es nur
In
die
terms
Info,
of
dass es
updates,
einen
yeah,
neuen
this is what
Kontinent
he's
geben
saying is
wird.
like we are going to
Bei
try
Port Red.
and shift the priorities on certain things and which PvP content or PvE content will come out.
PvP.
PvP, sorry, PvP. Season server conversations. Basically, there were some concerns within guilds and how they were to progress from this.
Okay, as we said during our roadmap, we'll be releasing the new class Nova with the winter season. The focus we put on the winter season was new content exclusive to the season server and helping new adventurers get settled into the game. So one of the advantages of the season servers is that people who started together can party up and have more fun. So we're thinking of more season exclusive content like Tuvala Gears, so we've made some improvements there.
We've been taking a look at the data constantly and saw a lot of adventurers confused as to what they're supposed to do once the season servers were over. We definitely have plans to compensate this by giving lots of rewards to warm the winter and help new starters finally settle into the game. Essentially supporting people who just weren't aware of how the seasonal servers functioned and how they work.
Someone's asking, should there have been a mobile and PC stream? They are separated. There is a mobile stream. It is on a different channel than this one.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking about co-op content. So the new dungeon, Reaktion, that we introduced earlier is highly focused on cooperative play.
Yeah, so the boss battle will require challenging tactical choices, straying away from the Holy Trinity role system. So in addition, there was a lot of feedback about more guild content. So we're also thinking of implementing this dungeon content stuff for guilds. Either way, it will be content that is well worth waiting for.
So amongst the content, or amongst the keywords that came up quite a bit, was basically content renewal of existing content, right? What are your plans with it? What are you thinking about it? What kind of information can you guys give us?
All right, so basically,
Was? Nein,
the
bin
latter
nicht
half
eingeschlafen.
of
Ich hör
this
zu,
year, we
Olum.
made many
Was für
small and big
eingeschlafen?
content updates to the
Handy
World
ist
of
hier.
Field Bosses, the Old Moon Grand Prix update. We're planning to also continue to improve and change existing contents in 2021.
Hallo Marvish, Salam.
However, we will be putting more of a focus on improving trade. There's still a lot to prepare, but I can't go into full detail of what's actually going on and what's going to be made until sometime in the latter half of 2021. However, just on name to his right, will tell you which direction we do plan on taking for trade.
Yeah, we received a lot of feedback regarding rewards for existing content, and we're looking into it and want to rebalance and change some content rewards. However, we won't apply these changes to every individual content. This will cause an issue where people with less time might feel forced to play certain different types of content, while those who have a lot of time will end up profiting a lot more than others. So we plan to group up a couple of contents for a specific reward, and adventurers will be able to choose which content they wish to play to receive the reward. So for example, say we group up Savage Rift, Altar of Blood, and Altar of Training. Adventurers who play Altar of Blood and end up receiving the same reward as those who play Savage Rift.
Remember, these are things that they're thinking about.
Yeah, these aren't 100% guaranteed.
The Papua New Island is created for adventurers who just want to relax and explore new places. It wasn't necessarily a spot that you had to go to get stronger. So the rewards aren't as good as other areas, and we wish to keep it this way. However, we would like to add other attractive rewards for the many adventurers who do visit that island. You know, you may not know, but many adventurers enjoy using the Stoneback Crab or the Mischievous Jack transformation scrolls. You know, with this kind of stuff in mind, we want to diversify the transformation scrolls and make Papua New the transformation hotspot.
Keine Ahnung, das klingt halt alles für mich so, als wenn das so gar nichts sicheres Zeugs wäre. Also, als würden sie einfach jetzt nur labern und nicht garantiert hier, nicht garantiert
What can you
dort.
tell us about basically live contents and what people were asking for?
So basically, I remember the open beta days where we were working hard to get like noble wagons and only doing trade all day long. He really misses these days, weirdly, so he wants to revive trade content. However, you know, just improving the profitability isn't that great, so we're preparing to make a more detailed and advanced trade content.
Der gute alte Kletter-Life-Skill, auf den Warflash am meisten gewartet hatte.
Yeah. So to tell you about the current concept, basically you would join the Jianshan or a specific region's merchant guild and compete with each other. Our goal is to bring you this update sometime in the second half of next year. What I just said, though, is in the idea stage, so please note that it may change when it is released. One of the mottos of Black Desert's development is to make it enjoyable and regret-free when choosing to play any of the numerous content. We'll work hard to make sure trade and hunting does exactly that.
So I guess we're taking to the seas next.
Yeah, talk to me about the ocean.
Pass auf, jetzt kommt Sea-Content.
You know, we prepare new large ship designs. However, since existing ships are faithfully performing their respective roles, it is unlikely that the new designs will be released as new ships. We're preparing a variety of ways for you to obtain it, so, you know, please be ready for that.
Okay, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize for the update delay of Great Expedition Part 2. The initial direction we wanted to take with the Blue Battlefield has completely changed, and some plans for Great Expedition Part 2 have been moved to our Morning Calm territory, that project.
The Blue Battlefield was initially designed as a team-to-team battle, like the Red Battlefield, but where each team would capture specific spots and protect it. After doing some internal tests, though, we concluded that it wasn't enjoyable due to ship movement and cannon range limitations. Therefore, we steadily improved the usability of cannons and later added a pirate system.
Hi, Olfi.
If you are an adventurer who has been sailing steadily since the days of the sailboats, I think you will have felt that the use of cannons has improved quite a bit.
all this was done to turn the entire Black Desert Sea into a blue battlefield. You might not have noticed the reason for these changes, since there really isn't much need to compete with each other yet. In the future, small content updates, like the addition of limited quantities of trade goods at sea nodes, may be added to stir up some small competition.
However, we plan to maintain the stance that no advantage will be given to pirate adventurers. The fact that you can interfere with other adventurers is judged to work well as content, and we believe that the number of people who visit the ocean steadily increase only when adventurers who play peacefully are given priority.
Yeah. So he's basically saying, like, and please do keep in mind that a lot of the things that he is discussing right now is within the planning stages, and you know, things may change in the end, but
komm,
you know, they're
laber kein
constantly
Scheiß hier.
testing and whatnot.
Things can change.
I believe he's going on as well. Also, we're preparing a supply ship for convenience of those who enjoy sea hunting. You'll be able to call the Old Moon supply ship at any time to resupply with shells and food. Of course, you already know the Old Moon Guild love money, so it'll be a lot more expensive than, you know, going to port and redoing your rations and stuff like that.
Yeah. And what she just asked about now is about compositions in BDO.
Okay, so as someone who enjoys the music, composing content, he also feels frustrated. So it may take some time, but they're preparing more high-end instruments that can reproduce better quality sound. In addition, new methods like effector functions and things like that will be added to instruments, so it will allow you to enjoy various performances with a much richer sound. So look forward to it. I missed that first question though. Was it like
about the instruments? It's basically like what are things that are happening with the feedback given compositions as a whole. Right now, you know, there's a lot of things about characters and what new characters and things like that. What can we do?
Okay, so I think I fully explained our stance creating new characters during the roadmap presentation. We're definitely willing to add a dwarf and a Papu character, but we can't promise it right now. All we can say is that it will arrive one day. And we're thinking of more customization options, including hairstyles, but there are no plans as of now to add these during the first half of the year.
Die wollen ein Zwerg-Transformation
So the
einführen,
image
so
you're
ähnlich wie
seeing
dieses
right
Papu-Ding.
now is a hint of a character that is planned to be released next year.
Der neue
It's
Charakter,
still in
Leute, nach
development,
Nova.
so I can't give you a more detailed image, but
Der
I can
neue
tell you that it'll
Charakter
be a
nach
fun character
Nova.
to play. Also, we believe that the opinion of our adventurers regarding new characters is very
Für nächstes
important.
Jahr, 2021.
So we created the concept of assassin, which first arrived from your opinions. We created, tested, and now he's on our live servers.
Performed multiple internal tests, found that it was fun, and we're going to go with it. You know, in MMORPGs, our characters represent us, or, you know, what we would like to be. However, 20 characters are not enough. We would love to hear from you about what type of character you want to play, and B, with enough data, we'll make sure to develop one of them in mind.
So yeah, we'll be listening and, you know, find out what kind of classes you'd like to see. So we do legitimately take looks at that kind of stuff, and we do report on it. What do we want? What do you guys want? That's what we generally do.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, items and mounts. So these are things like Kafra stones, treasures, gear, mounts, all that good stuff. What was the one at the bottom corner? I can't quite see it. New outfits. New outfits.
Okay, so right now, in terms of treasure, right? So the extremely rare drops and whatnot. What can you tell us about it? What, you know, we want more goals and things like that.
Okay, so new treasures will continue to be added over time. However, it is difficult to say what will be added, as there's no confirmed content at this time. If you have any good ideas, please feel free to contact us through customer support or however you want to, you know, reach us, and we'll actively take a look at it.
Yeah, so I also use some of my spare time trying to get myself a treasure. I have over a million sulfur in my warehouse, but still no treasure map pieces. This makes me want to change the content so that you can get a treasure after reaching a certain requirement. But that's also when I'm reminded of, Jehi, who said that a treasure should be a treasure. Just like in life, the charm and value of a treasure shines more when it's connected to an element of surprise rather than a requirement.
With that said, though, we've increased the role of Afaru to give a better chance of dropping these things, added scrolls to Drigan to slightly improve the benefits from treasures as well, and we plan to continue releasing such updates one at a time. All right, Calpheon stones.
Basically,
there ain't enough or there's too much. It depends where about you live.
Yeah, but the majority of it did say that, dude, it's so hard to get. And, as Jessica Neems did say earlier during the roadmap presentation of things, we'll make Calpheon stones more easily obtainable. It will be one of the basic rewards for PvP-related content.
All right, so for gear, stuff like enhancing is really difficult. We all know what it's like. We all know what it's like.
What do we do about gear? So, for this part, I don't think there's anything else I can tell you. It's quite difficult. Jehi sits next to me, and every morning I see him riding his dine, look after his crops, puts the harvested milk on the marketplace, and leaves the seat smiling. As for me, I wait until, he's next to me, and I hope that his presence alone will help increase my enhancement success rate.
The result is pretty obvious, though it doesn't work. I think there are areas we can change and areas that we shouldn't. Gear enhancement is an area that should never be touched, but instead we'll continue to review and improve ways to make preparation for enhancement a little more convenient. Things like Nader's Band or stack workshop events.
Yeah, so when we did the farming event recently? And then you just work to build a stack? That's
okay. All right.
Next thing, we're talking about mounts.
Event mit dem Kartoffeln und mit dem Stack, wo man das dann zusammen kombinieren konnte und ein 40er Stack rausholen konnte.
There was a lot of suggestions for mounts, but we're thinking and experimenting with different ideas for a new mount. As a lot of you suggested, there are snow bears and the giant wolves, and those are included in our experiments of what we want to do. I really can't tell you when or what will be released, but once we finish testing and are satisfied with the results, we'll make sure that you guys know about this.
Also, Tier 10 horses, airships, hot air balloons, and water mounts are not going to be released in the first half of 2021. However, a fantasy version of Dine and Doom is planned for release.
First of all, in the case of Dine, we're developing a function where it can run on water. We're going to show you something a little bit about this.
Also, die haben gerade gesagt, dass auch für Einhorn und Doom noch irgendwie T10 geplant ist.
Yep, but we'll show you the video in a bit. If you've seen or read martial arts novels, the first stage...
I think we're getting the...
Hit me now?
There it is. So this is currently in the works. Oh, our computer decided to put a screenshot in here. Okay, right. So this is something for Dine.
Sorry, he just sprinted across the water.
It's not 100% finished yet, as they said, but we'll show a little bit.
But yeah,
jeder, der aktuell einen T10 macht und auf Pegasus schwitzt, der ist einfach lost, wenn er einen T10 Pegasus bekommt und am Ende ein Einhorn will.
I thought it'd be really cool if Dine could run on water. Of course, that doesn't mean you'll be able to run all the way to Port Rat. We're going to make it so that you can easily cross to some extent.
Shame.
Yep.
Von Wieland bis nach Port Rat.
New outfits.
Digga, what the fuck?
Basically, you guys talk about a task force.
We need to talk about the task force.
Digga, Moses fährt, Digga.
All right, so Jehi talked about creating the costume task force at the Heidel Ball, and soon after we established it, they got right to producing a variety of costumes. We'd like to show 2 costumes that are being prepared to make an appearance next year.
That's one.
Yeah, Denny. True.
Remember, these are concept arts. Oh, that's my boy.
That's not what Jasongnim said, but yeah, oh my god, these are
Rotkäppchen
cool.
in Shy.
Ich mag
Oh,
Purple.
ist ja
All
witzig,
right,
ey.
I'll take. You can take the shy one. That's fine.
Rotkäppchen als
The
Shy,
Zerg one,
heftig,
that's
Mann.
my stuff.
That Zerg one looked nice.
All right, so a couple of months have passed since the establishment of the task force, and we're doing our best to make the efficient working process to maintain a steady production pace. Just know that the TF Force are a work in progress, and they're continuing to produce costumes that will try to satisfy your tastes. All right, next keyword
is
So the service stuff. All right. So things like events, programs, macros, translation. I can't see that last one. There's events and communication is one. Yeah. Communication. Saving the best for last.
There's quite a few issues with
muss dabei
unauthorized
pissen, aber ich will
programs
nicht
and macros and
verpassen,
what
ey.
people were talking about. A lot of people reported this. What do you guys have to say about this?
So eradicating behaviors that negatively affect the game, such as the usage of unauthorized programs, macros, it's one of the major tasks of Black Desert. We've been detecting and preventing as many of these problems through the usage of security programs. We have 24-hour monitoring. We've added report functions, and we have developed our own macro detection system too.
Digga, Leute, wenn ihr Makros benutzt, schaltet sie ab, Mann. Sie haben euch fast.
We've had success in detecting and banning accounts abusing these programs. We're also reviewing and developing programs to block the movement of silver using the marketplace. But before we had the current system, reports from our adventurers have been the biggest help. I would like to sincerely thank all of our adventurers around the world for lending us your strength. I know that we will have to continue to improve in many areas. We will continue to improve Pearl Protect, the system that we developed. And in addition to this, we will continue to strengthen our internal processes so that any abnormal play that may occur in the game can be detected and be taken care of more carefully and quickly.
Next one
Entfernt einfach alle
is
Makros,
translations. Translations. A lot of our good friends are in translation, so we'll need to see how this goes. Okay, so during the past 2 years, our company has been focusing much more on delivering quality translations for our titles using our own localization center. We have made many changes within the company, and the localization center and the process is to ensure the quality of localized content. We're continuing to work towards providing you all with the best content possible in your respective languages. Our localization specialists are always hard at work reworking past and current game content to match your expectations and also provide better future content.
So, although this is a priority for us, it is also pretty time consuming right now. We do ask you to be patient with us as we work towards this goal.
Ich pack das jetzt auf mein Handy und geh pissen, Leute. Ich bin gleich wieder da. Ich muss so übel pissen.
In terms of events, basically what people were asking for is like, give me more events that gives me more stuff, or give me a variety of events, not the same style.
Mhm.
So what do you have to say about that kind of stuff?
이벤트는 좀 조금씩 변주를 시도는 하고 있었는데요. 예를 들어 올해에는 추수감사절에 단골 손님이죠. 타르가르고가 짝을 데리고 나타났다거나.
Okay, so we're trying by first making different variations of things. So, for example, this year, Thanksgiving guest Tarago showed up with a mate. He finally found the love of his life. Halloween was dealt differently on PC this time with the Florin, and the moles appeared in gardens. It'll be difficult to change everything at once, but we continue to make changes that adventurers can feel something new and fun.
게임플레이의 환기 요소이자 성장에 직간접적으로 영향을 주는
We believe that the events are an invigorating factor in gameplay and an important factor that directly or indirectly influences growth. We have held a lot of events this year. For next year, we'll avoid events with like high difficulty, events that will make only some adventurers happy, and events that are difficult to participate in. These are things that we're avoiding. We'll solely focus on making events that are accessible by a majority of the adventurers. Also, with the exception of the special weeks like Christmas or other holiday seasons, there were weeks where multiple events were ongoing at the same time, while during some weeks there were little to none. We'll do our best to balance out and schedule the events better.
All right, so communication. basically we don't feel like our voice is being heard. Was
And
that?
we don't feel like our voice are being heard, and that it feels like you're only listening to certain voices, and that we're only looking at certain areas. So, just name is saying that we are constantly observing and listening to feedback from adventurers around the world, and yet, since we've mainly communicated through patch notes, I feel there are some mishaps in getting all that we want to say through the adventures. So starting from next year, we'll create a new channel of communicating with our adventurers that developers
not only will listen to the adventurers, but
Can
actively
actively
share
share.
opinions too. We also have eyes on forums, on Discord, so we'll make sure to work on processes related to these as well. So we will try to, you know, make sure that even the smallest voice from our player base does get heard.
Also, we seek to utilize the Black Desert Global Labs starting from next year as well. Currently, the Global Labs are used as teasers for upcoming content, but we mainly do this to also have adventurers try it out and give us their feedback. Currently, our only source of gathering your opinions on upcoming content is solely through, like, you know, official channels and websites, and we seek to improve Global Labs by creating a better means of collecting such feedback. As always, we'll actively continue our efforts to update our projects currently under development, polish them as best as we can before we reveal them on Labs.
Okay, so content that's released in Korea usually is released globally as long as there are no issues, but sometimes there are delays in the release schedule. This may sound like an excuse, but due to our weekly updates, we clearly have a very tight schedule to maintain. Every week we have new deadlines to meet. This includes localization, other translation works, all that stuff. So we're really sorry to our localization center, and we'll do our best to develop updates at a faster pace so we can ship out content polished and on time.
And our last keyword,
It's our voice.
There. It's Black Desert console as a whole.
Spaß, Leute.
There's multiple
Spaß.
topics
Consolidos, ich hab euch lieb.
So there's balancing, mechanics, optimization, and content are the main focus. This was quite a lot of stuff.
Okay, dann können wir den Stream erstmal beenden, ne, Leute? Also wir müssen die Konsolen jetzt echt nicht wirklich hören.
All right, so the one thing I just want to quickly say, the roadmap is shared across all Black Desert. This is just going to be them dealing with some of the issues that we have had.
Issues and concerns that we've
And
had.
concerns and future plans. It's not really the roadmap section.
Das ist halt echt so.
So first off, I'd like to thank all Black Desert console adventurers from around the world for enjoying Black Desert.
The process of bringing Black Desert to console wasn't an easy one.
All right, it took a lot of trial and error while preparing for its launch. However, from the moment that console service went live until now, so many adventurers came in and enjoyed what we had to offer. So I'd just like to say again, a huge thank you. We believe strength lies in an MMO that continues to develop and grow after launch. And this also holds true for console development. So we'll continue to bring more fun contents to you in the future.
Additionally, with the launch of the latest console models, you'll be able to enjoy Black Desert in a different gameplay environment. Still, we're going to continue to develop for the previous generation nonetheless. Actually, we plan to invest more into optimizing for previous models even more now. We believe this foundation must be laid first so that we can show you our various content for Black Desert.
As for the pace of content updates, we have a certain criteria we do follow. So we'll be able to release more content for you next year as quickly as possible.
So we'll be able to release more content for you next year as quickly as possible. Recently, we've heard a lot of adventurers asking for the Calpheon Stones update. However, if this content goes in too soon, the gap between the heavy users and light users will increase even more. Therefore, content like Calpheon Stones will be implemented once we see the average player base at a certain level that we feel is appropriate. Additionally, this gap between players is actually larger in console than it is on PC.
Playtime definitely does play the part in this, but it's also because many of our adventurers on console did bring their knowledge from PC, which led to console having a large gap. So we're currently analyzing the data, and please note that this is depending on the outcome, we may balance PvP to match the needs of console.
Also, there are certain content on console that is not exactly the same as on PC. We plan to start implementing some of these differences into PC as well. One difference, like decreasing the number of monsters on the field but shortening respawn times, helped with optimization. But we will be restoring this back to its original state, as many of our adventurers gave us their feedback on it. Other content currently in the game will also be checked and revised so that we can continue to improve.
Yep, for controls, we've developed something new to help with combat. The new system will automatically turn and move towards a target. So if there are monsters or opponents in range when using basic attacks or skills with movement, so this is especially important for a game like Black Desert, where the combat is extremely fast-paced and the camera needs to turn quickly. So we hope this system will assist our adventurers in turning the camera quicker and easier. Additionally, there were a lot of requests to improve the camera speeds, and we're currently working on making it possible for adventurers to adjust the speed themselves.
Console has been a challenge for all of us at Prolibus because this is our first title on console. However, now we have a lot of data and experience to make even better changes. We'll also continue to fine-tune other parts that were not mentioned today, like UI, like controls, as well as listen to our adventurers even more when it comes to guild-related content. So
that's the keyword talk.
Yep, those are the main keyword talks right there. We try to basically bridge all of it together.
Yep.
And try to put it in a more condensed form. And for me personally, and she's saying as well, for me personally, those three guys are some of the more quiet people within the company, and soft-spoken, I would say. But thank you so much for them being there and actually talking about it. All right, I'm gonna turn him down just a slight bit because
he failed at rolling on adventure.
I mean, he got us a lot of items. He gave us a lot of items. So just to say this again, the roadmap was made as for Black Desert as an IP, and for PC and for console as well, everything that kind of came out in today will kind of be recapped in a notice on your respective websites and in your regions, right? So console will have theirs, PC and EU will have theirs, SEA will have theirs as well, and go from there.
Yeah. So there is a lot of things to add on console where, we have Great Ocean, we have Kafras, we have life skill stuff. We are working on bringing all of that in too, as well as bringing some of this new content that is planned, that was announced today, in as well. It's not one or the other. We'll try to bring as much as we can. I'm sorry for basically talking about console more. That's basically what we are. But yeah.
So basically, we hope that you're kind of excited about the roadmap that Jesonim has released in terms of Black Desert as a whole. Yeah. So basically, a big congratulations to everyone who actually did help us set up with this Calpheon Ball. And it's a lot of work, and thank you for that. Right now, we're going to go to our next music video. Please do check this out.
Resident Sleeper. Spaß, Leute. Yeah, Musik. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah!
All right, so we'll be back in very short for the closing. Stay tuned.
Yeah, basically we got stuff going on in a bit. But yeah, how do you feel about it?
As in the whole thing?
Yeah.
There's a lot to be excited on. How that works into the future will be...
And I think where we go from
Yeah,
there.
yeah. As a console player, you know, there wasn't as much focus on console specifically.
Right.
But there are things that, you know, to look forward to, I guess, would be the best thing to say.
Yeah. Legitimately, I think in terms of, for me, the things that kind of took away for PC as a whole was all the content that is going to be coming out right away, like in that kind of frame. And I mean, that means a lot for console as well, I think.
Mhm.
Especially the rate at which we're going, which we'll talk about in the future for sure.
Yep. We'll talk on the next console stream, you know, when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I think we're going to do is invite the two PDs back up on stage in a minute. That's supposed to be what happens.
Ja, über Wasser laufen ist natürlich
Yeah.
deutlich
Yeah, so
geiler.
we're gonna bring back two of the people who, for both mobile as well as for, who work on Black Desert Online and for console and stuff. I mean, they just having a conversation at this point. But Jezang name is back. So basically, you know, this is his first time actually doing this kind of a thing, and it's been, you know, humbling to be
Mhm.
able to do this in front of a lot of people. It's definitely something that, you know, he'll work on in the future to be even better at. Whereas for everyone involved here, you know, thank you for preparing everything to make this event work the way that it did.
칼페온 행사의 마무리 단계가 찾아왔습니다. 이 칼페온 연회를 찾아준 모험가분들에게 전하는 말씀 한마디도 안 들어볼 수가 없을 것 같아요.
Is there anything that you do want to say to the respective communities that you are the directors of?
있었던 모험가 밤처럼 직접 얼굴을 뵙지 못하고 그래서 너무 아쉽긴 한데요. 뭐 그래도 이렇게라도 앞으로의 계획을 말씀드릴 수 있는 자리가 있어서 너무 뜻깊은 시간인 것 같습니다. 저희는 돌아가서
You know, it's been really tough with this year in general, and you know, this year has been a really rough year for everyone, and he hopes that everyone stays safe. You know, for Jezongnim, it kind of sucked to not be able to meet everyone in person, but it's his first time saying hello and seeing people at least virtually. And even though he was quite nervous, he was also really excited for this. So we'll keep working hard on this. So, you know, expect a lot in the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you handle this part.
Yeah. So basically, like, you know, we're making, we had a lot of plans and we're making a lot of promises in terms of what we want to work on. I think this year has been kind of rough for everyone. So, you know, he's sorry for certain things that he has missed, but there's also things that he hopes to improve to be able to move forward.
Mhm.
정말로 그 마음은 저는 한번 인연을 맺고 정말로 제가 이분들은 게임을 정말 사랑하시는구나라는
You know, for the two hosts here, just talking to the devs has been kind of really sweet because, you know, you get to see the amount of like effort and the passion that kind of goes into the game, and to have that kind of communication. So, for these two hosts who are extraneous to the company,
Mhm.
To see all this upfront, to see how much effort gets into this is good.
소통에 대해서 필요한 부분 있으면 저 불러달라고 했는데 한 번도 안 부르셔가지고 진짜 아무 걱정하지 마시고 진짜 이 부분은 호주님이 좀 소통을 도와주셨으면 좋겠네요 하면 진짜 발벗고 저는 검은 사막은 달려올게요. 왜냐면 디렉터분들이 어떻게 하시는
You know, for him, it's just kind of like to be able to see the amount of work that kind of goes into the game. makes he himself more passionate about games in general, to see everyone kind of talk, whether it comes from the devs or from everyone in between, and so to see all that has been pretty sweet. So basically, is there anything else that you want to end this entire event with? It kind of feels weird that the two hosts are talking to each other, but the devs aren't saying anything. So say something, just like me.
So he's going to give a Kronstone present, I believe.
He is going to give 1,000 Kronstones.
NANI?
Both
NANI?
online and console.
PC
Alright, so
und-
I guess the hosts are kind of going to go the both of them into giving more free stuff.
PC console 1,000 Kronstones. Mobile, what are you going to do?
1000 Kronstones an alle Konsoleros und PC-Spieler. NANI?
You know what I'll do instead? I'll match your 1,000 Kronstones to mobile, and I'll give them 1,000 Kronstones, but I'm also going to give 100%, 200%, 3 hours hot time items, 10 each.
Das sieht den
Alright,
Mobile Gamer
they're
nicht so?
seemingly racing to the top here.
Are they just raising stacks here? Yo, man, these hosts are just kind of pitting them against each other. Because now he's saying to Jezagnim, yo, so, like, what you going to do?
All right,
Your
2
hot-
weeks.
So your hot time is all right, but I'm going to give 2 weeks of hot time, 300% combat, 500, or 50, not 500, 50% skill. So 300% combat, 50% skill.
그러면 저희는 아까 조영민 PD님이 시작하실 때 돌파 복구권 10,000개 주시겠다고 했는데 여기에 제가 다시 10,000개를 더 드리겠습니다.
So another 10,000 restoration scrolls on the side of mobile, I believe.
Yeah, so that'll be 20,000 restoration scrolls.
I think that's what it is. Sorry, my
So
mobile.
10,000 restoration scrolls, yes.
저희도 좀 이거에 뒤처지면 안 된다라는 어떤 생각도 좀 있어가지고 저희가 연애를
I don't like how mobile is kind of raising the stakes on this. So basically, what they've done right now is create a new item, which is called the Jay's Hammer of Loyalty. So each adventure will get 2 of these, which prevents the enhancement level from dropping when enhancing. So when you go from a gear that, when you try to go for your tet attempt or your pen attempt,
Or duo try Tet Pen for Dead God armors.
your
stop the
enhancement won't go down.
Yeah, it'll stop your levels from dropping. So he's creating basically the Hammer of Loyalty, which will protect Tet and Pen tries on normal gear.
Gear, not accessory. I think.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gear.
normal gear, not accessories, normal gear, or duo try Tet Pen for Dead God armors.
NANI?
Yeah. So basically, the host is basically saying the same thing. It's like, dude, what? Yeah. Can be used for pen tries. And going from there.
Pen
Alright,
Blackstar.
I think we're
So he is explaining like the amount of items that you can use it on, and yeah, you get quite a bit.
pretty good.
Pretty much. So basically, they've been raising stakes for quite so long.
You have to cut it there. How high can we go in terms of stacks? So these items will be sent, I believe.
Chronostones will be sent during the maintenance. This is for PC and console. Will be sent during the maintenance of December 16th. Again, to people who have accessed the game between November 12th to the end of the Calpheon Ball.
And a reminder that all these items and all the codes and everything like that will be listed with a lot of things such as, you know, our GM note. We'll list everything in there.
We'll say this part though. In terms of the hammer, Jay's hammer of loyalty, we'll explain how to get that in a preceding note on your respective websites.
Yeah. Okay, I think
this is basically going to be our final goodbye. So for everyone that's joined us in chat, how many crowns did basically the crowns that people get in both PC and console are the same?
Yeah.
The crowns
we get an extra 300 because we didn't get Calpheon. Yeah.
But you know, this is the we're basically going to be ending the event here.
Mm-hmm. So
Desert Name says thank you for, you know, making his first time not as scary.
Yep. He is, like, we've been trying to get him on our streams and videos for a long time, and the fact that he's actually here probably means someone's going to get an earful later. He is a very reserved person, but we love him all the same. He is a guy who we go to, especially.
Yeah, as well as on the mobile side. You know, they're both very soft spoken. They do speak quite a bit, but they are very soft spoken. So, you know, thank you to everyone who has joined us in this.
Yep.
All the things that have been discussed in this event will be shared via on your respective websites in the form of notes and whatever.
Yep. So there will be GM notes on the console website, on the SEA website, on the MENA website. If you're on PC, NA, EU, there are different codes, and you will also get those on your websites. So make sure to check out the notice. Some things will be sent via mail. Some things will be sent during the next maintenance. It really depends on the items that we're giving. The invitation from S, I would say hold out, because I believe that's something tied to...
There'll be more information that comes out with that. There'll be notices out. Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I translated it.
Okay. So there are a few coupons. Just to go back, the Advice of Valks plus 100 is Calpheon Gift 1212 for PC, NA, EU. It is BDO Valk, and everything will be in the notice.
But yes, thank you again. This is going to be a farewell from us. Hopefully we did better than we did last time on the Hydro Ball, and in terms of like translations and trying to present the information to you in a way that's easily digestible. So from us, I'm CM Trent.
I am CM Sharna.
And that's a bye from us. Enjoy the final of our music videos here.
Thank you, guys.
Okay,